again as usual.
But yeah, that was the very first thing.
That was it.
Aaron.
Oh, brilliant! So, welcome to the Past Turn podcast with myself, Aaron Francis, and Tom and Troy. Today we're going to be discussing the Summer of Legend announcement that was done by Wizards, I think, on May the 6th. What is the Summer of Legend, first of all?
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
It's just what they're dubbing these next few sets. I thought there was going to be a more coherent, this is why it's Legend. It's just, it's going to be fun.
I mean, it's the first thing to note is, before we go into introductions, is that it says, if you look at the picture, can you flash the picture up quickly before we go into it? Oh, you've got a different article than me.
I've got this article, the same as Tom.
Are you just looking further down or something? You're really ruining this for everyone.
Yeah,
I am. I'm looking on the actual Magic Wizards website.
Oh yeah, because you told me to get that up.
So while you're getting that up, every week now we're going to introduce ourselves as a different Magic card or different sort of Magic related name, just to sort of go in tandem with real life events or stuff that's happened to us recently. So I'll start. I'm Flesh Reaver today. So Flesh Reaver is a 4/4 summon horror from Urza Saga. I don't know why I saw this, but it's quite relevant because there's a lot of Urza stuff coming out in all spoiled in Modern Horizons 2, I think. And it's a 4/4 for 2 mana, black and 1. Whenever it deals damage to an opponent, Flesh Reaver deals an amount of damage equal to the damage dealt. So, pretty solid beta. And I just thought it was... there he is, flashed up on the screen there. So, yeah, I just thought it was quite funny because it coincides with another, not podcast, but another YouTube channel that I've done called Go Again Gaming, which is all about Flesh and Blood TCG. So I just thought it was quite sort of funny that it flashed up as Flesh Reaver. It's probably something to do with the Urza Saga, because Urza's in this set, isn't he? Well, there's a Urza spoiler, so I don't know why it's flashed up there recently, but I just thought it was quite good. So I'm doing a Flesh and Blood YouTube channel now, so go and check that out if you're a fan of that. If you're listening to this and you're a fan of that, go and check that out. It's an awesome game. Only came out a couple of years ago from Legend Story Studios. Haven't got my hands on any product yet, but it's my birthday soon, so I probably will do. But it's a really, really good premise, so go and check that out. So Flesh Reaver is the character that I chose to be today. What about you, Troy? Who are you today?
Tonight, past the turn, I am Akum Boulderfoot.
Akum.
That's me. That's me tonight. Awaking one morning this weekend, I realised I had damaged my foot. It had swelled up like a boulder. I thought, oh yes, Akum Boulderfoot. I'd never even found that card till today. No idea what it does, but that is me today.
I'll tell you,
Party hard lifestyle, bad feet. And that definitely looks like my niece on Saturday night being crushed under my foot. The little, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, not much to say. What's Akum Boulderfoot do then? Oh, when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
So a good finisher?
Yes, yeah. It's pretty rubbish. Not much to say. It was a choice between that and another red giant foot card.
That's a good one. It sounds like when Bilbo's doing all the brown feet. It sounds like one of those Hobbit families, doesn't it? Akum Thunderfoot.
Yeah. To be fair, my foot did look like a hobbit's foot for a couple of days.
Yeah, nice. What about you, Tom? Who are you today?
I am simply the Keeper of the Accord.
Interesting.
Basically, I opened my first... Well, I went to my first LGS since lockdown. Got myself...
Oh, did you?
Yep. Over to Firestorm Games in town.
Oh, yeah.
And just picked up a little booster pack of Commander Legends. And Keeper of the Accord was my lovely little rare in there.
Very nice. You should have just bought the single of it from them.
Should have done. But I like them in boosters. I know it's a waste of money.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a good white card.
nice bit of
Definitely
balance.
good work.
We'll go straight into my new green-white deck that's taken about 2 years to build.
Oh, Tom's gone. There he is.
I got rid of the wrong page, didn't I? Instead of getting rid of the stupid keeper, I
Just
just
threw
got rid of
himself in the
myself.
bin.
Green white deck. What, Kamal and Akroma?
Kamal and Akroma, yeah, still been that
yeah.
same combination.
Mm.
Lovely, interesting. Yeah, I didn't really pick up enough Commander Legends, to be honest. I bought a few singles, but still haven't really caught up since. What else has been out since then? Kaldheim and Strixhaven. So yeah, I haven't even bought anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commander Legends. Yeah, Kaldheim.
I think I bought too many Commander Legends, to be honest. I bought a whole flipping box.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. Well, I got some all right cards out of it.
So I think you got the Akroma for me, didn't you?
Yes, I sold. That was it. It was a Chroma, wasn't it? I sold that to Tom.
And then I pulled a bloody. I've got 2 packs of Commander Legends, and I pulled a Kamal, and I said, "Tom, do you want this?" And you said you already had it.
Yeah.
Typical.
So I got one sat around somewhere.
Like literally the only single I bought.
Yeah.
Mm. Did you get the etched foil? Is it the Kamal? No, that's what I got that today. I didn't, in that deal.
Smart.
Just chucked in for the sake of it.
Mm. Cool.
Can't complain.
Nice, yeah. So every week we'll be doing that. We're just picking a card, just something that relates to our lives in some bizarre and interesting way. But yeah, Summer of Legend. So whose screen are we going to be following? I'll just follow your screen then, I guess.
Right. Is this the picture you were on about, Aaron?
Yes, that's it. So we'll just read from this article. So yeah.
No, we're not going to read from this article because I've not looked at this. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, it's a great order as well. There's loads of stuff going on.
Summer of Legend, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, just give a quick. Yeah,
okay,
so all the stuff's on there.
All right, we'll go on this one because it's also off the official site.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, going back to this picture I was mentioning earlier before we went into the intros, it's interesting how they've used the Worlds Beyond logo in the picture in the bottom left.
That's just Wizards logo. That's just Wizards logo, Aaron.
Oh, is it just Wizards logo now? Is it?
Yeah. They changed their logo. I think it was last year. Now it's just this thing, which is where the World Universes Beyond gets their logo from. It's just the A in the middle.
Right. Not know that.
No. Or mate, don't really take much notice anyway.
I'm all about the branding, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I just thought they were using that now as their main. Well, I didn't realize they changed it. So yeah, forget that then. That's my point gone over. I just thought if it wasn't that logo, I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, this is the logo that was teased when all the Warhammer 40k and Lord of the Rings came out. So I was thinking, why have they put this on their main standard release set? When is everything now going to be Universes Beyond now?
No, I don't.
But never mind. If that's their main logo now, that makes sense. So nice picture though.
Yeah, it is nice. Nice retro vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that 70s? That sort of style font and that color sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
70s, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Summer
dragon
of 69?
The D&D dragon logo thing? Or looks similar to it's me? Sort of like a little round dragon.
Yeah, I think it is.
Does look, from what I know of, yeah, maybe.
I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe nothing like it.
Absolutely.
This is what that big and sign is what I was thinking of, but yeah, it's
absolutely not.
Not even close. Which one are we on now? This one.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just saying that the Summer of Legend is the Magic releases, the Arena releases, Love Your LGS, the launch of Dark Alliance, and a little bit more. So it's everything that's coming up over the next 3 months, really, is what this was talking about. And they did a nice little stream on Twitch, just part of their usual weekly MTG sort of thing they do, but it was just a bit more in depth this time rather than their usual chat.
Yeah, I missed it this time round.
Did you watch it, Troy?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. What was it?
Just a Twitch stream last Thursday. There'll be another one this Thursday that won't have quite as many exciting features. Just a bit of magic chat. Maybe.
Okay. I probably won't watch that either then.
But they often get
Was
like,
it?
designers on and stuff.
I've
Was
seen
it-
things like it before. Yeah.
Oh. Was it Jimmy Wong hosting it? Was it?
No. He's nothing to do
Oh.
with this.
That's why I didn't
okay.
turn up.
He's busy with his own stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it looks good though. It's going to be a good summer. I think it's going to be interesting sets coming out. Yeah, if we just scroll down the page a little bit, what's the first thing? So the first thing is this game.
Which is nothing to do with magic.
Nothing to do with magic whatsoever.
So they just opened up
Is this-
with the Dark Alliance trailer.
Hmm.
So what is it? It's a. Oh god. So it's a dungeon. Is it a Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah.
Is it for
So
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you
There
remember
used to be
the Dark Alliance game.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate. Dark
Baldur's
Alliance
Gate
game.
Dark Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
basically,
it's just that's just re-released actually.
it
Going
has
off on a
been.
tangent.
That was
Yes.
secretly re-released, wasn't it?
Yeah, on like PS4 and that. But
Yeah.
it's
Is it?
very expensive, so I have not bought it.
No, I've not yet.
Maybe in a sale one day.
Yeah, exactly. If it comes on sale on the Switch store, I'll nab it.
Yeah. But yes.
Can't
That's
beat the
as
old
soon as
versions.
as soon as I saw Dark Alliance, I was like, didn't they do a Baldur's Gate type thing? Because it wasn't the actual original Baldur's Gate, was it? It was like
No.
just kind of used the name.
Yeah, it's just little.
Yeah.
It was
hack and
almost like
slash.
sort of Diablo.
Yeah.
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 I used to love those games. There used to be so many of those on like PS2 and stuff, like Champions of Norath and loads
Yeah.
of good stuff.
Where it was at PS2, mate.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. You pick loads of those and they're up in a retro game store or car boot. You're laughing.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. They're delving into actual games now. Because they did that MMO as well, didn't they? I still haven't checked it out, but there's an MMO they've done as well, isn't there? Magic Heroes or something, or
Magic
Legends.
Legends.
I've
Yeah.
heard. Yeah.
For the
Rings a
Summer
bell.
of Legend.
For a Summer of
They
Legend.
didn't make that connection, unfortunately.
No. Missed a trick there.
Right. So what's this game then? What type of game is it?
It's just a bit like a
A
hack
real-time
and slash.
combat.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the old one. It's not like a real like full in-depth RPG. It's just like
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit on rails, but just pretty good fun by the sound of it.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what that's about.
Yeah, real-time combat and dynamic co-op gameplay. What happens if I just play
Playing
this?
Drist.
Beholders,
Yeah, there's a beholder.
wraiths,
There's a wraith.
giants.
Giant.
They call us snacks.
I don't know what
So
he said
when
there.
those
Nah.
bastards come to
Classic,
claim
yeah,
your
classic
rule,
D&D stuff going on here.
send their ass to hell.
There's the Goblin King.
It's like me after a kebab. Oh, so looks like it's actually like sort of third-person fighting style games. It's not like your classic isometric hack and slash, is it? It's actual combat by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Which
I
is
think
interesting.
it's of like a revamped, sort of fancy version of the old.
Yeah.
Catering to the modern age.
Real-time combat. Dynamic co-op gameplay.
So I
Got
like it.
friends for that.
I've had it on my radar for a while since they announced it, and everything I see just makes me more excited. I just.
Are you
wish
going to get it then?
No, because my PC would definitely not have the graphics to run it. I do not own a PS4,
Yeah.
PS5, Xbox One, or Xbox Series console.
Nah, or do I?
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I might just watch a video of someone else playing it or something. I'll tune into Twitch.
Yeah.
Best option sometimes.
Yeah. You can get a good way. You can get a good notion of whether it's worth getting as well if you do that.
Yeah.
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 Always
Actually,
watch gameplay.
yeah. See a little bit of gameplay. Wait for the review embargo to come out and stuff. Because yeah, I think the old ones have so much charm to them and nostalgia attached to them as well that I could just go back and play those again. Really. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
For me, I think the old ones were what sort of got me first into like anything fantasy. I think that was like my first
Oh yeah.
sort of game or anything that got me in there. Then obviously like spiraled into like Lord of the Rings and everything, and then Magic Beyond and everything.
Proper gateway.
That's what I've got to blame my whole life on. The Dark Alliance.
I think it was the Final Fantasy games for me. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy games for me what got me into nerdism What about you, Troy? What was the first thing that got you into it? Was it comics? I imagine. Was it something sort of comics or something?
I don't know. Let's have a think. Probably video games, to be honest, mate.
Video games as well, yeah.
But I was like just strictly Nintendo for a long time
Oh yeah.
before I branched out into like the Xbox when that came out.
Yeah.
Because I literally the friends at school I had were like, oh, everything's shit apart from Nintendo, and it's like, oh, okay, I believe you. Don't know why. No, so I did have PS1 in that, so I had some okay games on it, but yeah, I never played like Final Fantasy or anything like that.
Yeah.
I never had games like that. I guess it was always like Pokemon cards to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Card games and that. As soon as I hit secondary school, like I said, it was all just Magic and Warhammer.
Yeah.
It was like a game shop in our like head of year. He was a science teacher, so it was in a science lab. So like the tables were like the perfect height as well. They were like a bit bigger than normal.
Yeah, yeah, like the stalls in class, didn't you?
And then
yeah.
so you could like stand round tables and that, and it was just literally so busy in there. It was crazy.
Why
Yeah,
were
it's weird,
science?
isn't it? Like looking back.
Why was science taught on tall tables? Anyone know?
I don't know.
Is it just for the
I
experiments?
don't know, yeah.
I think it was the experiments. You weren't allowed to sit down playing with acid, were you?
I guess not.
Yeah.
But like, how often did you get the acid out? Like,
Oh, very rarely. I swear it
No.
was water as well.
yeah. So I don't know.
God,
to be
my
honest.
school always had acid out.
And that was just the teachers.
Yeah, I was
And
going
that
to say.
was-
Lots of teachers seem crazy when you're at school, don't they?
Oh yeah.
You just hear like stupid story rumours that have been going on for like 20 years about a teacher being an alcoholic or something.
Oh yeah.
Hiding, vodka in the desk and stuff.
Yeah. PE teachers are always shagging each other as well. Like it's just ridiculous.
Or they're just pure pedos.
Yeah. Funny. Absolute massive tangent there. So
So we are. I don't know how many minutes in, and I don't think we've mentioned magic yet. So should we carry on?
That's what we're here for.
No.
Well, we said about our cards.
Oh, I suppose we did.
yeah.
So we've got Modern Horizons 2. That's the
Woohoo!
the big news. And the real big news is we're getting the enemy fetch lands in there as well. Lovely.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
This is the reprints we've all been asking for, apparently.
They're the reprints that you're not going to be able to get hold of
Mm.
because they're going to be no more cheaper than they already are.
No, it won't decrease the price.
So, idiots. I won't be cracking packs for these. I'm not that interested.
They're only printed at rare though, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Not mythic, are they?
I would love to see the hellfire raining down upon the earth if they decided to
If they're
put
mythic.
lands at mythics. People
Oh,
would
that'd be
lose
funny.
their minds.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like,
But they're probably still as hard to get, I imagine. Surely.
what?
Or is that or yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so.
I don't think they are.
Well, you,
That's the point,
No?
isn't it? Mythics and rares.
I don't know.
Like, there's only one mythic for every 6 rares.
Yeah, but I just think it's one of them situations. You could buy, say these are in the standard box, a booster box, whatever they're doing. You could buy a box. I bet you wouldn't pull one.
Oh, you definitely
Yeah.
put at least one. You
And there's
surely-
5 of them.
Right, we're going to do this if we just buy like 20 boxes and start ripping
Yeah.
through them and just do some sort of tests and analysis.
Yeah. No, I think it's good that they're reprinting them. I just think that if anything, it's going to drive the price up, regardless of it, producing more of it.
Yeah.
well, if you look at the prices of the actual seal product, they're just ludicrous in
Oh,
comparison.
it's
In comparison to
absolutely
normal.
They are.
You think-
premium.
The first Modern Horizons was about £200 a box, 199.
I think so.
Oh, right, of course, yeah, because it's a premium thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think this time round, are they a bit more expensive?
They're even more. Yeah, even
it?
more. I think.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're add 30 odd quid on
Is
at
it?
least, I think.
So I've
but
not
these-
had a look.
I mean, I can't remember what the selling point of Modern Horizons was. Obviously, there was no fetch lands.
Well, it's cards that were new to modern that
That's
have obviously never been they're not reprints and stuff.
Yeah. It was the straight to modern set or whatever,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Actually, now I remember that was what the selling point kind of was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had like
And I've said,
Urza,
yeah,
Hogarth, all that nonsense that were
Yeah.
obviously going to be new decks in modern. So
Yeah.
people wanted it for that.
yeah. I mean, I said on the previous podcast, can't remember which one, that I did get some good cards out of Modern Horizons.
Yeah.
They did the full art snow basics, didn't they?
Yeah, that was it.
Mhm.
They were nice. I did pull a few from I bought a couple of packs. Always managed to pull something decent, like a foil snow island or something. But yeah,
Yeah, they always have good cards in, don't they?
yeah, this will be good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If it could just drop the price just a little, I'm not, it's not asking for much, is it?
Yeah, it's
But
like the bundles are like £100,
Is
like for
it?
10
Yeah.
booster packs.
it's like 40 quid for a pre-release pack, I think,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
which is the normal price of a bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually quite a, you can get a bundle for about 35 usually.
Yeah. That
Um,
push as well.
And you'll probably
Yeah.
get a promo card worth £1 or something, if you're lucky. It's all about the dice, isn't it? The dice are more expensive than the promos usually.
Yeah, the card stock's really good as well. On the outside of the box is probably what we're paying for as well.
Yeah. Right, nobody wants to hear about Modern Horizons 2 then. Good, let's move on. No, right. So they've got that version of those cards, right?
Yes, Troy.
They're doing old border as well, right? Did I see?
Are you giving the game away, Troy?
Am I? Or is this something new to
I
come?
don't know. Is that coming
Yeah,
up?
there's yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
there it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Don't
further
look
down.
at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Ah, right. Carry on then.
I tell you what I should have done. I should have just hidden the screen when I did that, and then we'd all know. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Could have done, yeah.
Also, this is
Wow.
nearly a week old information. Everyone knows about it. We're happy about it.
Exactly.
Well, the first thing I heard was about the, what we haven't talked about yet, and I thought that was the only versions we were going to get, which made me even more mad
I've been conned.
because they're going to be double the price.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
One thing they did also mention is
Yeah.
because of production issues, I think everything's been pushed back by a week. So I think we thought we were getting this on June the 11th. It's actually coming
Yeah.
June the 18th now.
That's fair enough. I'm sure people are happy to wait as long as, supply meets demand.
Yeah, definitely. I'd much rather they delay a week on purpose than say it's coming on the 11th, then on the 10th just be like, oh, by the way, we haven't actually got any of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, shops. And this
Yeah.
is something I think Aaron was a little bit interested in, this artwork here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So
I mean, it makes sense as to what it actually is. So
No,
this
no.
is Dakon Blackblade.
no, it's
on the
not
front.
Aaron. What is it? What was your idea?
My idea was it was going to be some sort of insect planeswalker.
This is an insect
Yeah.
planeswalker, everyone. And
Is it actually?
that's the story we're sticking with. And but we think it might actually be Dakon Blackblade, but we're really hoping it's not now.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the armor looks like insect sort of carapace. He's got like the beetle horn thing on his head as his helmet, so it looks like he could have slayed insects of Modern Horizons 2 to achieve that sort of look.
It's a rhino's tusk.
Yeah. So the sort of skull on the
Potentially.
shoulder I didn't notice before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Nantuko. It looks like a Nantuko skull.
I think Aaron's just saying anything to make this an insect.
It's got to be. It's Nantuko, absolutely.
He's a bit furry.
Google Thriss Nantuko Primus and tell me it doesn't look like Thriss on the side of his armor there.
I think he's using ladybug shells as well for red contacts to make his eyes red.
There he is. Look,
There we go.
Oh my god,
my
this
favorite
is so
commander
tiny.
of all time. Oh, I just love this card, man. So sick. That is his.
face?
It's that
Oh,
face.
oh god, where are we
It's a
going?
very
with this.
Kind of gaunt face. He'd have to have chopped half the chin off.
It looks like a Nantuko face on the side of his armor.
Yeah, we'll stick with that.
We'll go with that.
Right, so
Majority rules.
So if this isn't a if it's not an insect planeswalker, we're all quitting Magic now. With
Yeah.
his very humanoid hand here.
No, I did not notice that at all.
He's half an
Shit.
insect.
There will be a sick insect in this set, though, guaranteed. I got a feeling.
I hope so. I do genuinely hope so.
I got a feeling. Because squirrels are in here as well.
Ah, yes. So we've got
There,
squirrels.
there we go. Yeah.
That's Toski's girlfriend. Or is
Toski's,
Toski
yeah.
female? I don't know. Well, it could still be the girlfriend. You never know.
That's going to be, that's going to be something to do with nuts.
There's a point. Toski had Freddy Krueger's claw for a hand.
Yeah.
So maybe the insect planeswalker has got a human hand for a hand.
Could well be.
Oh, that's good.
There
That's
we
neat.
go. Riddle solved.
And there's some sort of kindred spirits. Andrew Donnelly is on the side of. It's unfortunately just Dak and Blackblade. He's not beating around the bush.
Wow.
He says it as he
Thanks
sees
for
it.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And if you can get up Dak on Blackblade art, and it's pretty much parallel, pretty much exactly the same pose and everything. So it's
It's devilishly similar.
Yeah.
It's not an insect planeswalker, is it, Aaron? No.
In fact, yeah, he has a skull on his shoulder. He has a weird horned helmet thing, a bit furry.
Yeah. He's a human warrior
He's
in
a
the
human.
Hence the human hand.
And devilishly expensive. Look at that.
Yeah.
Especially the Legends one. Jesus.
Oh, I have one of those. I don't really. I got the Masters Edition, which is only in Magic Online, which I don't play.
1 second. Look at this squirrel. 1, why is it green? 2, those eyes. One's
yin-yang
black, one's
eyes.
white. Yeah. What's going
Look
on
at
here?
look at his necklace.
Yeah. Teeth for necklace. This
He's
one
ripped
behind.
out.
He
He's
doesn't,
like,
he doesn't look happy about him. So do you think he's an
No,
enemy of the squirrels?
he's an infect squirrel.
Oh my god, that is definitely what it's going to be. Squirrel
Squirrels
infect.
have infect.
Oh my god.
Uh,
As Andrew said,
That is-
we've got a ton of mythics to reveal. There's still a chance for an insect planeswalker. Andrew, if you're
Yeah.
as daft as he is.
Andrew's dashed your hopes, Aaron, but then brought them straight back instantly.
brought them back at instant speed.
Yeah.
So,
What?
I don't know what this thing is. Looks a bit like the
No, it
Aquaria
looks like
stuff,
the-
doesn't it?
Is it not?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
It's that whatever. What was that art called? It was just a bit strange, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what the art style was, but yeah, it's very sort of triome land style, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which looks quite good. Going back to squirrels
Oh,
quickly.
sorry.
Swarmyard was reprinted recently.
Yeah. It was, wasn't it?
Where was it reprinted? Does anybody remember?
Was it Jumpstart? Or not?
Let's double check. It definitely was, wasn't it?
Because that cares about regenerating.
the Time Spiral
insect-
Remastered, of course.
That's it.
Yeah, so insect, rat, spider, or squirrel, and obviously we had Blex come out recently, which cares about insects, spiders, rats, and snakes and whatever. So I reckon there's going to be insect or some sort of squirrel. Well, definitely squirrel support in Horizons, obviously, but I think there's going to be extra things for me in here.
That's a good tie. Hi, Jason. Thanks for joining us.
Hello there.
Hello there. So yeah, Swarmyard I got good hopes. My hopes are up for this. So because they always do things in advance, don't they? They allude to things and then they bring them out later. Ass, you love the insects. Yes, I do. I do love the insects.
Ass.
Absolutely.
That's definitely what insects are. What?
Creepy crawlies.
Creepy.
So yeah, hopefully I can redo the top 10 insects list when more insects come out at some point.
Yeah, severely under-supported, aren't they?
Yeah.
No one likes them damn bugs.
Jason has just corrected himself.
Sorry, ass. Oh,
I get that all the time.
It's Flesh Reaver tonight, anyway.
Flesh Reaver. That sounds like an innuendo as well, doesn't it?
You need a cream for that.
Funny. Cool. Yeah. So yeah,
But Modern Horizons will
I reckon
definitely
there's
give you
going to be.
support. If like, there is like an insect thing in it, this is like because it's quite a powerful set. There will be some real big hitters in there to get you something.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the first set had some really good.
I remember there's a weird, wasn't there? I'm sure there was like a weird little tribe that got a load of support in the last one.
It was ninjas.
Yeah, Ninja's got some.
Um,
Yeah, there's quite a
I
few,
can't-
isn't there? I can't remember what they were.
that's all
though.
I can remember.
God damn it! Modern Horizons was so far away, wasn't it? So long ago now.
Yeah, it was.
It does seem an age
Oh yeah,
ago.
we had the
Slivers.
Oh yeah, a bit
Oh,
more
yeah.
slivers. The Morophon, who just is all tribes, of course.
Creepy.
Shapeshifters.
Bit more
Obviously, they're
cats.
everything.
Bit more
Mhm.
cats. Were there angels? Don't know.
So interesting sets, though, aren't they? They don't really have any focus, do they? Really?
No, they are.
At all.
They are meant to be like a really just good draft set sort of thing. They like it's not a sort of on rails. I think they've sort of done like that. Each draft is a bit different. Like you can piece things together differently and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks quality. Interesting to know what that art is.
Yeah.
So what does it look like? It looks like it's got a that's the green is his eye and his mouth. He's
Yeah.
got some sort of beard
Yeah.
going on.
Some eyes down his neck.
Yeah.
And I think it looks like almost like a stag's head. And then these weird curvy horns.
Tendrils. Yeah.
That's no, is it Nethroy?
It's got 3 eyes down
Oh, yeah,
there.
Nethroy.
Is that
Yeah.
another eye there? Nethroy.
Not
Apex,
quite.
No.
'Cause he's too shaggy.
I don't know. It might be.
He's got curly horns.
He's got funny
green
eyes.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Then we got the bundles, bundle arts, pre-release packs. Obviously, collector boosters. Obviously, we're doing those of everything now. So obviously,
Yeah.
you've got your fancy stuff. Look at these fancy lands.
So yeah, full art cards, extended arts, of course.
Well, it's
And-
collectors and set boosters, isn't it now?
Yeah.
Is it
Well, the
set
FA doesn't
boosters?
know there's any set boosters for this. Just
Oh.
drafts for Modern Horizons. Draft.
Yeah,
and
that's it
collector.
there. Set booster
Oh yeah.
is up,
Oh yeah. No,
isn't it? That's the
yeah.
set. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then collectors is the funny art.
Sorry, yeah, well done.
Oh, you get a set booster for those as well now. Then
Yeah, literally, I
Right.
think they're cramming everything in for different price points. So I guess that it appeals to different people, doesn't it? That's all I can
mutate
think.
cards.
Ooh, the shards. Mutate cards, shards. To go for the wedges in Ikoria. So yeah, instead of having like the Abzan, we'll get the Grixis sort of sets. So yeah, I guess it could be like
Yeah, so that's
5 more legendaries that match Nethroy and his kin that are the sort of the other triumphs wedge shard colours.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Ikoria was mechanically a flash in the pan. You know, we haven't seen any mutate since then. So will we ever see it again?
But this is a perfect place to put it. This is such a
Yeah.
good place to like just bolt on like here's like 10 more really good mutate cards to make your commander decks work, and it's just
Yeah.
a good sort of high level mechanic for making making the draft a bit more exciting as well.
Mutate's ridiculous though. Like, especially I still see people on Arena mutating Scoot Swarms constantly into more mutated Scoot Swarms. And it's just absolute madness.
High DVA mechanics. Oh, it just says bleed purple there. He actually sent like a nice little purple heart, but for some reason it just says
Oh, nice.
bleed purple.
Thank you for joining us.
As we look at the old border lands, as Troy alluded to earlier.
I must be a mind reader.
So, yeah, they said basically they knew it was going to be a hit when they first did the time spiral ones, they were like, "Ooh, do you like them? We hope you like them." Turns out that they knew all along we were going to like them, and have now just going to
Yeah.
shove that
Of course,
into
we did
anywhere
Absolute
they can.
crafty.
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
So I genuinely believed them. I genuinely believed it, and they were like, "Oh, we don't know if you're going to like this," and I feel like I was played.
I wish they did. I wish they had the old art on these though, like the old the old cards. Oh no, they're the. I'm looking at the old. I'm looking at Polluted Delta or Bloodstained Mire. That's not these, is it?
No, that the Onslaught ones, weren't it? These ones.
Oh right,
Was it? Yeah, Onslaught did these ones, I believe.
was it?
I'm not sure if they came any time before that.
I only know them from Zendikar.
I think Onslaught did those ones.
No, it looks like Zendikar was the first printing of these.
Ah,
So I think Onslaught might have been the other style ones, the other half
Yeah.
of the sort of set.
Right. Okay.
no, yeah, maybe it was the opposites.
Oh man, I love those Onslaught ones.
Sorry.
And yeah, Jason
never
has
mind.
correctly said these are going to be a lot of money. I don't know how
Oh
much.
yes, money, money.
I don't know. They're like easily £100
Two-
each, more.
Yeah, I was going to say like $200 maybe for a
reckon?
foil. I don't
Yeah,
know
for a
how
foil,
much they
yeah.
say like a misty rainforest or Scalding Tarn currently in foil. I don't know,
Jesus Christ.
but you could check the price of them and then you double it. I don't know. Guess it depends how many come about.
Bloody madness.
Yeah, I don't think we know like exactly how many we're getting, do we? So I guess you could
No.
say it's arguably the same as a Zendikar expedition, which is £300. Well, $300. So you could obviously we don't really know what the production rate is, but I'm gonna guess
It's going to be small. They're going to deliberately print low numbers of this and then blame it on COVID. 100%.
But again, I think what they do want to do, they want to make these super premium cards. Like for the Misty Rainforest, they want some to be worth £300.
Yeah.
So if you are a mega collector and you
Yeah,
want your really cool pimp version of your deck, you'll buy that. And then hopefully that will sort of in turn drive the lower one down. Like if
Well, this is my point. It wouldn't be so bad if like these old border ones were ridiculous, which they will be in price. It'd be all right if, the ones below it actually were affordable,
yeah,
because they're not affordable.
no,
Even if like the only hobby you had was Magic, a Misty Rainforest in England is like 50-60 quid.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah, £70 by the look of it. Just
You-
quickly here.
you can build a flipping commander deck for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I just fucking run Formwood Falls, mate.
Yeah,
Comes into play, taps, gain life. So what else you need?
like I said, I've got a few fetch lands, but that's only because I got them off Josh, and because
yeah.
I think because he bought a couple of the same ones, they were like cheaper.
Yeah.
Like bulk, bulk buy, if you like, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, perfectly usable still. But yeah, it's just that's what everyone wants, isn't it?
Yeah. We all know that they're good.
They're good, but for me personally, I don't have to have them.
No, I haven't got any of them. I haven't used any crack lands
No, like
for the last 3 years.
Like I said, I'll use the ones I've got just because I've got them.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I open them in a pack, bang, I'm delighted.
yeah.
I'm going to throw it in my decks. But I don't really feel the need to go out of my way to go and pay £60 for a land.
Yeah. I think
No.
Aaron, you did that, didn't you? Didn't you crack a shock land or something? Or you cracked one of those buddy lands or whatever. Did they get reprinted in Commander Legends? The 2 or more opponents coming untapped.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Battle Bomb ones.
Yeah. You got one of them, I remember, and you were just like, yeah, I'll use it.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, but yeah. Because lands, you got to have them, and they're so expensive sometimes.
Yeah. There you go. Some nice versions coming out there, as there always is now. Nice little versions of different cards.
And it's just nice to know that if you are a fan of the old border style, it's something that Wizards are very keen to revisit. And so hopefully if you do like it, it's going to be the sort of thing you are going to be able to pick up more of them quite easily.
I mean, people will buy these, won't they? If they want them, they'll buy them.
Yeah.
Oh
fair
yeah,
enough. But like,
yeah. The nostalgia factor is
that's it, isn't it?
a big seller.
I mean, honestly, I just want a Verdant Catacombs. And that's, I'd be happy.
Golgari Guildgate, mate.
I think I might have like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend who gave me his box of random stuff, I think had 4 Marsh Flats and 4 Verdant Catacombs in it.
I've
Bloody
got
hell.
50p. Give me one. You know what?
I don't think they're in any decks. They just still sat there in the box,
Just sat there.
curling away.
Yeah.
And then we've got the buy a box promo, which
Ooh,
is
what's that?
Sanctum Prelate, which is from the Conspiracy Take the Crown set.
Yeah.
And when it enters the battlefield, choose a number. Non-creature spells with mana value equal to the chosen number can't be cast.
This area is off limits to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good in modern if you know what to target.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It really, like, these are designed, like, obviously just your opponent's decks.
Hose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon that's going to be pretty good in modern. Like,
That's a
I
cool
guess it's gonna be some
card.
sort of annoying deck. It's a human, so it might fit in the human deck. I don't know whether that needs that sort of stuff or not.
Yeah. The Rick Grimes one.
Yeah. Jason said, that if the regular fetch lands drop by $20 a card, that would make them pretty cheap for them. So like it's quite a huge
Yeah.
chunk. So yeah, I guess if they go from like $70 down to $50, that's quite a lot. But just normally what we see is like when the set comes out, they drop down to 50, but it just doesn't take long before they creep back up to 70, and then even that they might even settle again at 80 now, sort of thing. And it
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just seems like the bounce back always goes up just a little bit higher than where it was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the only way to really get the price down is if they went, right, we're going to reprint the Modern Horizons, then again in Commander set, then again here, like just print them like at least twice a year, if they genuinely wanted to get the price down.
Yeah,
sort of
just help the players out. Surely you're not gonna. Surely they don't want to be sat there thinking all the players hate us, or because of fetch lands. Well, just effing reprint them. Just do it.
Yeah.
Keep your premium ones to like a low amount, whatever. Let the collectors have theirs that don't care about playing. Help a geezer out, man.
Just look at how many times Talran's been reprinted. You know,
There's
He's
every
easily
set
be
there's
$1,000 card.
yeah,
exactly.
every set they reprint something that I guarantee nobody in this world has ever played. Absolute pish bulk. Wouldn't even wipe my backside with it, Not
Sepultura.
even worth it.
Sepultura gets a lot of reprints.
I couldn't even name you a
does.
card, but it's like, God, who uses this? And then
Giant
they're stood
Spider.
right behind you and you've just broke their heart and they've never played Magic again.
We've missed a couple of comments. Andrew said that, yeah, it will see play in human sideboard. The Prelate card. So that's good to know that we've got at least one sort of modern aficionado among us.
Yeah. I was going to say, I have no idea about modern.
No, I used to. For a while, I was quite into modern, and then they banned Mox Open, and I said, well, fuck you, then I'm getting out of here.
Fuck you. Yeah.
50p. Fuck you. Yeah.
And Jason, I think this is actually a direct quote from Troy. A wise man once said, reprint those fetch lands, you cowards.
Yeah, I saw that. Someone was wearing that T-shirt today in a photo I saw. And it wasn't me. It was another man with the same attitude as me, I think. A wiser man.
A wiser man than I.
Mm.
And Andrew believes the suits have all the power. WOTC doesn't care what the players think. They care what the stockholders of Hasbro think. Do you know what the easy fix there is? We all just go buy the stock of Hasbro. We all just go out and buy it and then just say, oh, we don't really care about the money, we just want this. And they'll go, oh, that's what we'll do then.
You can compare it to football. This Champions League final, innit, every year. The fans of whichever teams are in the final get sod all tickets, and all the UEFA executives or whatever it is get all like the nice seats, and they get the majority, all because they are just the twats that run it or whatever they do.
Yeah.
But even just like normal games, Like you see at half time, the middle block of the main stand is always just empty because it's everyone that's gone for their little like business lunch at half time is still busy up there eating, and they don't really care about the game.
They don't care, do they? No.
Just a status for some people, isn't it? It's just a status. Oh, I was there, sort of thing.
Yeah, they just go. I go down, watch it every week. Do you actually watch though?
Yeah.
Do you cry when they lose, sir?
Do you go ooh when they hit the post? No.
Do you shout referees? You know what?
Yeah.
Talking of football, we've got a bit of a Gary Goals amongst us tonight, I hear. Anyone want to admit to their prowess in goal today?
Well, that was me, yeah. That was me. First match for a while. And yeah, first strike was trample as well, went straight through the net.
Have you ever seen the film Shaolin Soccer?
I think I've seen like bits of it.
Oh, mate, get that. Just get it
I know what you're talking
any
about.
medium you can. It is incredible. I remember getting that as a kid and just did not stop watching it.
Shaolin Soccer, never heard of it.
It's one of the. I think it's one of these crazy like football, but you can only imagine the kind of.
Here we are.
Oh wow. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow, brilliant review.
Yeah, it is. Get it on Prime, £3.50. I'd recommend it. In fact, I've watched it. Now I've watched that. Oh, I better not do that. I'm on my work account.
I watched it during work hours. Watched it.
You can only imagine what it's like, can't you? Be like Kung Fu Hustle. Do you remember that film?
Oh yeah.
There it is. Directed by Stephen Chow, is also Kung Fu Hustle.
There it is.
Nice. Yeah, that film's quality, so I'll probably like that, to be honest. I'll have to watch that.
God of Cookery, does that say? Wow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, God of Cookery.
Nice.
Wow, what a tangent this is.
So yeah, I'd recommend all players go and check that out if they want to improve their game.
Yeah.
Magic or football or otherwise. So
nice.
Sorry, back to Modern Horizons. So continues the precedent from the original Horizons of adding powerful existing cards. There's 42 new to modern reprints. New to modern reprints. So this is stuff that's legal in Legacy, but it's going to be legal in Modern for the first time. Does that make sense?
Also, they're old cards that are being reprinted then, I guess.
Yeah. So like it could be stuff that was in Commander or in Legends, Legacy and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of those cards will be Counterspell.
So that's not legally modern then.
Not at the moment, but will be from the 18th of June.
Oh
shit!
I had no idea.
Jason's
Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow.
I think that's the name of the striker.
Yeah.
Counterspell, go.
Counterspell in Modern.
Everyone excited for Counterspell. We don't really
Brilliant
know.
In Talrand.
That classic card that's
2-mana counselor spell, get a Drake, 2/2 flyer, brilliant.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I had a Talrand deck, didn't I? What a load of rubbish.
Yeah, I just we played that.
Yeah,
just going back to that game. Yeah, we just we played a variant of Planes Chase. Yeah, so it was a variant of Planes Chase made by the community where there's different scenarios, and Josh just happened to become Bolas, and then he became the arch enemy of the group. We were just all running crap decks to play against it.
My £12 Talrand or whatever it was, something really rubbish when it like £12 total deck cost.
Yeah.
All it had was like counter spells, and it only lasted for so long before we just crumbled like a digestive in a coffee.
But I've seen them work. I've seen those work though. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really give it a fair shot, but
no,
I'm a changed man now.
It's like your Scarab God deck that had all the right cards in it, but it never did anything.
Never
did
worked.
it?
I played it a good few times as well.
Yeah.
In the bin that went. I think I ripped up the Scarab God. I think.
I think we've all had decks at some point. All of us that have been good on paper, had all the right cards, but have just never played very well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that kind of fear because I haven't played that mono white deck I've built yet.
Oh yeah, stacks one.
So like, I'm really excited about it, yeah, and I'm just like, but what if it doesn't work?
Yeah,
I thought that a couple of times and was like, it will work. It will work. If it don't, oh well, who cares?
You have to play more and more games until it does work.
Yeah, it's good. In theory, you follow all like the guidelines, let's say, the code of Magic deck building.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got their little, twists they put on their decks, but yeah, when it's just an absolute whiff, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But usually other people, are in the same boat, aren't they, that you're playing against? So
yeah,
it's all fun and games. It's situational. Depends what you're playing against.
No, exactly. It's
Same old, isn't it?
Yeah, matchups do make a difference, I think.
That's when you just bust out your best deck anyway afterwards to redeem yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's the constant landscape of Commander. Just kind of different games every time. What's the chat saying?
So yeah, Jason and Andrew are just debating whether or not the price of counterspell might go up. Now it's legal in modern. Andrew doesn't think so, just because there are some and it's been printed out like sort of uncommon a lot of the time. Just gonna have a look to see how much it currently is.
Yeah, I think I've got a few of them.
Oh, yeah, there's loads of, and there's loads of different cool versions. So
I got.
that,
that's very cool.
Yeah, Jason's saying there that every modern deck with blue will want to run 4, so I guess there will suddenly be a lot more demand.
Because as soon as it gets reprinted, you can just use any copy of it, can't you? Is that right?
Yes, yeah. So it doesn't
many set, isn't it? Yeah.
So like you can pick up this just normal, sort of 7th
I've
edition
got that one. Yeah,
which is
lovely.
60p. But yeah, I imagine like some cool versions probably will spike quite like highly.
There's probably some anyway, isn't there?
These like original ones will probably be even more bananas. But
so that thing I bought today has got the Jace book spell book thing.
Oh yeah,
spell book one in
this one.
So that looks that looks quite cool. Yeah. But yeah. That's what I do. If I buy like multiple copies of things, I just try and get different versions.
Yeah, I guess they are already sort of a couple of quid by the look of it most of the time.
Yeah, they're cheap,
like
but
weird
not
old ones down here that are a bit cheaper, but like they're not. There's not many of them, so I can see where Jason's coming from. I could see this maybe being like a weird sort of thing that just does bounce up in price. Like it's not going to be obscene. It's not going to be like a.
It's one of them,
card,
yeah. It's like
it might still like go up straight. Just everything's $1 more than it is now.
It's a bit like Soul Ring, isn't it? They just keep reprinting that in every Commander deck and stuff, but the price sort of just sticks.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's ever gonna like go mad. But like, yeah, I can see what you mean. I mean, if I was to buy one right now from somewhere that I buy from a lot, it's £1.63 for the Tempest one. It's the only one apart from the 3rd edition, which is nearly £4 that they've got in stock. Everything's out of stock. £1.50 is the lowest on there. But that's what it's been for as long as I've been playing Magic again.
So yeah, I think it will be a little bit. Andrew's arguing that he doesn't even think it will see much play. He thinks double blue just isn't something people want.
Is there not much of that in modern then? Blue, just pure blue? No.
I guess not. I assume it's usually paired like either Grixis
with
control, maybe a bit of blue-white control. Yeah, so it's just double blue. Trying to hold that up all the time. Is it just too difficult? Is it too much on a mana base? I don't know. We'll let the pros decide.
We'll see, yeah.
And it does come with this cool borderless version, should you want some fanciness.
If the price was right, I'd probably buy one of them.
What, the cool new fancy
art?
Yeah.
Just because, if it was only a few quid.
So yeah, next up is a very weird card. Urza's Saga, legendary land, no, enchantment land, Urza's Saga. Is this what you were on about earlier, Aaron? Urza's Saga coming back. Is it this?
Yeah, because Flesh Reaver was an Urza's card. Yeah,
Yes.
Is
I
he
see.
watching TV behind him? What is that thing?
Nobody knows.
he's watching the stream.
Yeah. That's definitely, he's turning on the light, look. And he's watching TV. And he's got his aerial in hand trying to get a good signal.
He's doing some serious
And
maths.
he's got his,
behind him.
he's got his carpet slippers and bathrobe on,
Yeah.
settling down for the night. He's just turned on the light to find out what's happened to his sofa. Somebody's had it away on the back of the Cortina. Okay, what's this card do then?
You've
I
bested me
gave
again.
it a glance and never looked again.
So when it first comes in, it just gets tap for colourless. Note that it's not until end of turn. So you just tap, and then it just has that while it's here. And then second one is you can pay 2 and tap it, create a 0/0 colourless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. And that is Khan.
Yeah.
And sacrifice the third ability is search your library for an artifact card with mana cost 0 or 1, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. But it's weird because it takes up the slot of one of your lands as you play it, but it only lasts 3 turns. Now, do you really want to play a land that's just then going to dissolve after 3 turns? That you probably wouldn't even want to use as a land for turn 2. Does it die after turn 3? Yeah, you don't even get to use it there.
Sacrifice
Unless you
it
do it in
after.
response. I guess you'd have to, in response to that ability being on the stack, I think, tap it for mana if you were going to. Oh god, we've missed some debate going on. Jason is still keen on Counterspell. All you need is 2 basic islands.
That is all you need, to be fair.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
You can counter anything. And Andrew said, this deck card makes you want to build a very mean deck. And he's on about Urza's Saga here. And by mean, he means Atraxa, Sagas, and Dance of the Manse. He's going to sack it to get Soul Ring. That's what he's doing. And
Makes sense.
Jason says, Urza's Saga might become a commander staple to go get your Mana Crypt or Soul Ring. See there.
Mana Crypt?
You have
I can't afford that.
You have to have these cards.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah.
See, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll go get a Worn Power Stone. Is that probably too much mana? I don't know.
3.
I don't know.
Three.
I don't know what a rubbish
get
little
that.
1 mana artifact is. But that's what I'll go and get.
Wayfarer's Bauble.
No,
Like
but even that-
Wanderer's Twig, is that a
exactly,
one? I
the
don't
twig. The twig.
know. The ultimate twig. What is it, 0 or 1?
Yeah.
So anything 0 is probably too high cost for most people. No. Like if you're running things like, I
Ornithopter.
don't know,
I'll go and
like,
get
yeah.
Memnite.
Is it Chrome Mox? I think I have. Is that the one that's 0?
Yeah.
But you have to sack something and then it turns into that color.
Jesus. You can
Soul
go
Ring.
The Ozolith.
Yeah. Yeah. Mana.
Skull
Shadow
Clamp.
Spear maybe. Is Shadow Spear a one?
That's quite a fun shout.
Skull
I actually
Clamp,
love
good
Shadow
one.
Spear for all commander decks. I don't think people play it enough.
I think I used it once.
All the time people have annoying artifact hexproof shit and you just think, indestructible I meant. Just blow the shit out of it. With
Yeah.
your spear.
That's good.
Mox Amber Andrew wants to get.
Oh yeah, I use that.
Like all of these cards are very, very good. I'm thinking along the lines of I don't even know what to search for this actually.
Oh, here we go.
I would use it in Rograk deck to go get the Colossus Hammer because Colossus Hammer only costs 1.
Yeah,
So that's
a good idea.
It's a good shooter for that.
That's a bit of fun.
That's
a bit of fun.
That's
That's a bit of fun.
you've got a good case to use it in that deck.
Oh yeah, and if you wanted to, you could use the tap 2, create a 0/0 artifact, which is going to be quite big because you're going to have a lot of equipment out. So, if you wanted to do that, you could, but it still taps for mana, so it's a good little slot, I think. Because you always want to get Colossus Hammer in that Rograk deck because it's just ridiculous on that deck.
Yeah.
So that's quite good. I don't know how much. How much do you reckon this will be? Do you reckon this will be a chase sort of card?
Well, by the sound of Andrew and Jason's ideas, yes. I think everyone's going to want it for some reason. Me
I mean,
personally, I refuse to use the bastard card. If I open one, I will set fire to it.
I've
I
seen
wouldn't
it getting a lot of like hype around the different social medias and that, but I didn't even really look at it, to be honest. I saw it and I thought, oh, that's too much to read. And I still looked at it before, obviously, we had those comments and was like, right, so what do you do with it?
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Like, I've got, it's one of them situations. If I played it, I've probably got a deck. It might have 1 or 2, if you're lucky, artifacts 1 or 0. Let's say Perforos. I use Mox Amber. Do I in that? No, Skullbriar. I use Mox Amber, say, and Soul Ring. I'm probably waiting to search for them. I'll probably draw the flipping things, and then what?
You don't
Spin
really
it
want to
off.
be using the third ability to go get a rock, do you? Really?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
it's a bit of a waste.
I'm not going to use it, but I can see how people that have more powerful brains than me have worked out what it's actually for.
Well, yeah, you obviously like the Ozlith. You go fetch that out. You go fetch out Colossus Hammer. You go fetch out.
Oh yeah, the Ozlith. I could
fetch out stuff that works.
Yeah, maybe then. So I do have the Ozlith in that deck as well. So I do have at least 3. Maybe.
It sounds like you definitely need it now.
Maybe.
Andrew's
getting excited.
Out some more great ideas.
Help a geezer out.
So obviously it is an enchantment, so you can use it in Enchantress decks quite well.
Ooh, Siona.
There you go, Aaron. You've got 2 to 1 on me now, mate.
Yeah.
And then
who's going to get it first, me or you?
I'll open.
Well, I don't think I'll be buying any packs, so probably someone else.
Let you fight for it.
Yeah, we'll fight to the death. Why not? I'll bring my Shadow Spear. And you bring the Colossus Hammer, and we'll see who gets there first.
And then, Jason just pointed out everyone's going to be able to get Soul Ring at least. So this is almost like your second copy of Soul Ring.
Yeah.
And I guess almost like in a little bit of a fixed way. It doesn't let you get Soul Ring straight away. Mm-hmm. So you can, you have to wait until sort of your 3rd turn to Soul Ring. So yeah.
But then you've wasted. Yeah, I mean you've wasted a land slot because it just blows up, doesn't it? So you're going to be behind on the land after you've got the Soul Ring.
Yeah.
So I would only use it to go get combo pieces, really.
Let's be honest. You get those the powers above that are like, I don't run Soul Ring. Who needs a Soul Ring?
Yeah.
Oh, why have I got no mana? Because you haven't got a Soul Ring. Jerk.
Yeah.
I feel personally attacked.
Right, let's move on from this card. We spent like 25 hours on it.
Oh, there's more to talk about. It comes in a different version.
Oh, no.
So,
it comes in hieroglyphics as well.
So, yes. Yeah.
The TV is still on.
So, you can get sketch cards.
I've also never been into like white and gold as a combination of colours, so... Aaron, you can have that one if Tom chucks that in the middle. See you later.
I hope these aren't in the actual packs. They just look garbage.
What does it say?
They do look like a child's scribble, don't they?
We want to try to special.
If I pulled one of these,
that speaks to what goes into making Magic come to life. Sketch cards feature a unique frame treatment and this artist's sketch of the card artwork, showing the whimsy and work in progress effort that goes into behind the scenes. Plus, for select sketch frame cards, instead of flavor text, we've taken lines from the art description sent to artists when creating each card's artwork. You'll see what we mean when previews begin.
Oh, great. Let's be honest, if you get bored in a game, you could just get your colouring pencils out and colour it in. Yeah. Colour by numbers.
Oh, I like your idea. You could help finish it off.
Let's finish the job. They can't... it's like bloody half a job Bob's again, isn't it, at Wizards?
Pretty much. But they're not going to put this in instead of the Saga, right? This is going to be like an additional card in the pack.
It could be one of them that is like, a 1 in 5 chance you might get a sketch.
Yeah, you're not going to get it in. You're not going to get it instead of the actual card.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I think you will.
Well, they're not just going to have random cards having 16 random packs have 16 cards in.
I just think you might get it like in like
This
a
is
courier
like
when you've
having
got
a
the funny
foil. This
artwork
is-
version.
Yeah, this is like the
Oh,
same as
no.
like you could get this version of
Yeah.
Counter Spell on that one, or you can get the cool
no.
old border frame, or this cool mega frame, or just standard. You can get cards in every shape or size now, and it's all in Modern Horizons. You get them all.
I guess if you pull the sketch card, if Jason just said there, if you pull the trait the actual sketch card, if it's worth more, you can just trade it in for the one you actually want instead.
Yeah.
If it is worth more, because I would not want to use that just because it looks garbage.
Yeah.
I imagine I reckon
So-
there might be some of the sketch ones that might look better.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Maybe
that they've
it's this
used.
one.
They haven't used a great example because of the way the saga cards are laid out.
Yeah, I think that doesn't
guess
help.
in a
It's
way.
a saga.
Because let's be honest, there's some sketches out there.
If you look, like even the borders, just like sort of coloured in, and like the
It's-
mana symbol.
It looks.
Can you see
looks
the mana
worn.
symbol's not it's not like properly done. It's again someone's like just scribble some gold
like
on there. That would
Scribble.
do.
Yeah.
Like sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's someone's, which I think is quite a fun little take on it. It
They've
makes the whole
literally
thing look-
painted over it outside of the lines and everything, haven't they? They've like smeared a paintbrush across it, like a snotty tissue. Let's have some of that then. Call it art. Let me just wipe my butt with it, and then we'll call it art.
Yeah. Sounds like what they would do. Right, that's Urza Saga. Yeah, we've ranted on that on and on
Yeah.
about that.
Right.
Whatever that is.
This is the good stuff.
This is Dungeons and Dragons Adventures
Yeah,
in
this-
the Forgotten
this
Realms.
Okay, let me just. This is a first. I'm going to be positive and say that I'm liking this. I'm liking the idea. Let's hope there's some good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Going
I
back
can
to
be
the
positive.
something we haven't mentioned yet really is that we're not going to be doing audio podcasts anymore. You can go and check out on the you can go and check out on the
What's funny? I don't know.
I don't know.
Why now? Why?
It's just
Talk about a tangent. We're
Oh,
just
no.
not going to do podcasts anymore.
Oh, there was a point.
Aaron's just angry. That just on here. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore.
You can't hold it in.
There was a point. There was a point behind this. Yeah. So
I've no idea what you're about to say. I just saw it earlier tonight. So yeah.
yeah.
Crack on.
So we're just going to be doing the live shows now, which is going to be on exclusively on YouTube. So you can obviously go back and view it on there. But all of our other stuff, when it was just me and Tom, is on the backlog of Spotify. So you can go check out everything on Spotify. One of the first episodes we did call that Dungeons and Dragons would come out, didn't we?
Yep,
We said, is there going to be a Dungeons and Dragons crossover set?
we did. That was one of the
And there
first
is.
episodes we did.
I even
Yeah.
remember that. I believe.
Yeah, because Zendikar was doing all the class stuff.
Yes, that
That was it.
And the
party stuff and things.
full party, yeah.
Full party, yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that's nice little cool art there. You got Drist Doerden, which is the Drow hero with his little Black Panther as well.
I have no
The
idea.
party ability is not coming back, Jason.
No.
It's not. I'm pretty sure they've even 100% confirmed it now. They've even said, like, just stop dreaming. It's gone.
One hit wonder, was it? Like
Yeah.
most things.
Yeah, like that. Like the way mechanics work in Magic is they don't just slip around into random sets. Apart from Modern Horizons, which is built to be slippy because of the slivers.
Very slippery. Because the snow lands and that.
But it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
Mark just didn't want it to happen. He said specifically, "I want to upset Jason." No,
Did anyone like it then? I didn't really get it. Like,
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think so.
I
garbage.
was like, that's too much to be concentrating on having a party.
Yeah.
The only way I'd take any notice if it's like the Fellowship from Lord of the Rings, then I'd know that was, I'd know exactly where I stood then.
Well, we will be getting that at some point then.
Well, let's hope so. I've called it here now.
No, we are getting Lord of the Rings cards.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But there'll be one. It'd just be one card, and it'd be the Fellowship, mate.
yeah. One singular card.
It would just be a sketch of all
We don't have space to put all of
characters
them
on
in.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this looks quite cool. There's a couple of new concepts in here as well. I'm not sure whether they're listed below as to what concepts there are, new card types and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, and did you start talking about that cat, the Black Panther thing? Is that Drizzet's?
He did.
Yeah.
Is that his friend? Is that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so he always has a panther that follows him around.
Interesting.
Last time we played Dungeons and Dragons, didn't my character have a bear companion? You remember? We only did it once.
I think it might have been this thing.
It could have been, yeah.
Thing.
That's
could have been
that
actually,
companion.
Yeah.
No, it is quality.
I think I called it Goreclaw, didn't I?
Yeah.
So it must have been a bear then. I don't know. Oh,
Terror of Kalsusma.
Yeah. Cool. Carry on.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got Drist fighting a dragon. Do you reckon there'll be planeswalkers in this set?
I feel like there has to be.
Yeah,
But
I was going to say.
like, for the fact that it's a standard set, like each standard set really needs 3 planeswalkers, sort of thing, is what they say. So
Yeah.
are they going to have them? But they're going to not, because they've already said this isn't really like canon to Magic. They said this isn't in the multiverse, really. So are they going to say like, oh, this is Drizzt? He is a planeswalker card, but he's not actually a planeswalker. It's not like he's just going to pop to Theros one day. It's just we wanted to use the planeswalker mechanic card to sort of showcase his abilities and show that he is really a figure, like the main story character sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be a bad idea though, because people would want to build commander decks for their favorite legendary D&D characters.
That is a very good point. That's a very good reason for not to do it.
So I don't know whether we'll get we'll get them or not. But yeah, it's like you say, if it's a standard set, there's always a planeswalker in there.
Yeah.
So
I think you have to go back to when planeswalkers last came out, for when we last sort of got a set that didn't have them. Like since Lorwyn, I don't think we've had a standard set that doesn't have planeswalkers in.
Yeah, so who are they going to be? That's the thing. Whose favourite characters are going to be upgraded to planeswalker? Because then you can't use them as your commander.
Unless they're double-faced?
Unless
they're commander planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah, actually yeah, they could.
They're not that keen on.
Well, they could just do what Tybalt.
Yeah.
Like Volky, God of Lies, is a creature, but then he turns into a planeswalker sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then that gets
they could do that, I guess, couldn't they?
Cheats the game.
Gets around it. Cheats the game.
I'm just scrolling down. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Previews begin June 29th.
Oh yeah, when did the previews begin for this?
Good.
Sorry. Previews May the 20th, so in a week's time, just over. Oh no, weekly MTG. May the 24th is when proper previews begin.
All right.
So it's sort of like
so
2
when's
weeks.
that? 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see it anywhere, Tom, so I'm going to say it. Aren't we getting some decks with this set as well?
I think
read
so.
this one? There's 4 decks, isn't there?
Commander decks.
I don't know. I swear I read somewhere the other day that they were going to release 4 decks alongside it.
I've heard
but
that somewhere.
Yeah. Josh seemed to think it was 5 decks, but I then Googled it because I didn't know, and I think there was 4.
So
but I can't remember if they're Commander or what.
Adventures to the Forgotten Realms. We're getting pre-release packs, draft booster displays, set booster display, collector booster display, theme boosters, display, then commander decks, and then
commander decks. Wow.
So yeah, 4 commander decks.
So there's I did definitely read there was 4. So
you're
that could be good.
Four decks.
One display commander card,
Yeah.
2 foil legendaries, 98 normal cards, 10 tokens, and 1 life wheel.
What?
So do you think they're going to be like similar to what they have been doing with the standard sets, those types of decks?
Yeah, I don't know, because obviously we've only just had the Strixhaven was obviously the big commander product, so it'd be weird for them to do another one that's just as big, only sort of next set away.
It's really strange.
But yeah,
It's just I didn't know about this. Then I got told about it, and then we both agreed, me and this other person, But we'd probably sell our Commander decks on Strixhaven and just get the Dungeons and Dragons ones because we have a feeling they'll be better.
Yeah.
They'll probably work out cheaper as well.
Yeah. They probably are cheaper, but could well have some like more like mechanically unique sort of stuff going on.
Yeah, it could be very much kind of like I don't really know much about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just going on like different kind of races. I don't know, whatever.
Well, if we look at a Drist Doerden, he has a traveling party.
Yeah.
So
that's what the game at the top was about. The Dark Alliance game.
Yeah.
It says you are Driz Doerden and his companions, Catty Bree, who sounds rather.
Sounds like a bit of cheese.
Bruna.
Yeah, so she's the human.
Which one, Catty Bree?
Oh, you've got it up there. Yeah, Catty Bree's a human. Brunar's a dwarf, I think, and Wolfgar is. I don't know what Wolfgar is. Can't remember.
They both sound like dwarf names, but yeah, you could be right. Mate.
Oh no, sorry. Wolfgar is the.
That's a
barbarian.
dwarf, is it? Barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, human barbarian.
So they'll probably be the commanders.
Look, appears to be husband of Catty Bree.
Oh. So maybe they're the commander decks.
You could be right, Aaron. That's good theory.
Yes.
Potentially. But then they might want them in standard, though. That's the thing. They might want those in standard as well.
Good point.
I just don't know. It's interesting, isn't
but
it?
If the decks are tied to the set, can you not use them?
No. Can't use a commander decks in standard, unfortunately.
No. Some of the mechanics are just a bit too weird for standard.
Yeah.
Again, nothing about standard.
Yeah. That's what I used to. I used to do nothing either. It's on Arena. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I wouldn't play it in. Wouldn't play it in real life. I don't think. It's not for me.
It's when by the time I build a standard deck, it would have rotated out, and I'd have to start all over again, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So
there's no kind of timing.
There's no point with standard. There's no point in getting the actual cards anymore for it. You might as well just play on the internet.
Yeah.
That's where all the competitive play is.
But as we said before,
it does suck you in.
If no one buys the cards for standard, and people are only buying them for command, I don't know what happens to the price of cards. Because it used to be people used to buy them for standard, and then they'd rotate into modern. People buy them for that, and then the command cards were the excess. But now it definitely seems like people were only buying card product for commander only. So
pretty much,
it's just weird. I don't know what's going on.
It is a weird one.
I always thought, surely if they're being bought for standard, that's when the prices are highest. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be
competitive old prizes and stuff.
Old Magic Finance.
The old ways.
So easy. Looking back at it, it was so easy. But now with all these millions of different reprint sets, millions of different card types and styles, are people playing it in which way, online or not? Anyone's guess. Just know that if it has Lotus in the name, it's worth money. Done.
Or Mox.
Yeah. Or Mox, yeah.
Yeah.
Mox Lotus.
Or Urza.
Urza's sunglasses.
Yeah.
Urza's Mox Lotus. That would be a ridiculous card, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Sounds like he's got a car.
Yeah. Urza's Mox Lotus. Bowls up on his Mox Lotus. So yeah, we got some D&D. So let's what do we get with these then? What's the new stuff? Anything?
Well, just previews begin June 29th, and it comes out.
I mean,
July
look
23rd.
at these lands.
But yeah,
Hello.
Straight off the bat, some basic lands.
Look at that swamp. Get me
Apparently
one
these
of
are very
them.
famous places in D&D. And what I like is there's a bit of flavor text. And
yeah.
Why have they never done that before?
It looks wild good.
Something they said they were going to do, isn't it?
Is
yeah,
it?
Get rid of the... Or is it the first time that the lands haven't said tap?
No, the basic lands haven't said tap for ages.
No.
But yeah, I like
dunno.
why not just have flavor text on there? We're so used to just having them blank, and it's just
Yeah, that's right. They are
space.
blank normally.
If you
aren't
just have this, just makes it just adds a little bit of depth to the world. It's a way they can just get a few more little stories into the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They'll probably put these lands when they do the 40k commander decks. They'll probably have flavor on all of those lands as well. I expect.
But I think it should be every
Yes.
set.
That swamp does
Everywhere.
look
Every
very
single land.
cool.
But yeah, that swamp's cool.
Its flavor text is very good.
I quite like that mountain. I don't know what about it appeals to me. Just
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite
just
cool.
liking that.
drums echo in the halls where no dwarf has lived for generations. Oh, woo. We all know what happened in another film like that.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. It's just We Will Rock You starts ringing out.
Fall of a took.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's what they could have had. And then it's like the goblins just come out like.
Yeah. They just come out like the Globo Gem purple cobras.
That's it.
Purple cobras, purple cobras.
Ooh, cave trolls as well coming out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's getting sillier and sillier as time goes on.
That's the remake we need to see.
It is,
Oh.
yeah.
For once, the forest looks awful. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit
It
weird,
looks
isn't
very,
it?
very futuristic. I thought.
Looks like upside down, like ice cream cone thing.
Yeah.
It does look. I don't know. It looks alright.
Before the Elf Queen will aid you, you first must find a way to cure the strange rot afflicting the roots of the ancient trees.
Ah, so they're rotting. Great. They might as well call that a swamp then. The swamp looks more clean than that place. The plains is quite cool as well. That looks.
Yeah, that's quite like it says.
That's like in a. What the? Go on, Tom. Read.
Venturing beneath the desert sands, you've discovered an alien power pulsing with inconceivable energy.
Inconceivable.
Phyrexian.
Alien power.
It's like Aetherflux reservoirs
Yeah.
everywhere. That's the only thing I can see. It's like these weird blue things. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's gonna be D&D nerds are gonna be able to point out what these
They're
places
going to
are and
be.
stuff.
I think we're going to get crucified
Yeah.
by any D&D nerds.
What was
Nah,
quite
probably.
cool on the proper stream, they were doing it with one of the guys at Wizard, like that works on the D&D side. So I don't think he'd seen the cards before, sort of much. But they had him there, like they were showing him, and he was like, "Oh wow, this is this world, this is this place, this is like why this thing is significant in D&D." So that people are watching Magic then I understood it. I obviously didn't pay enough attention because I can't tell you anything about any of these things. I was quite tired.
I mean, like I said, for me, it's that's a nice looking basic land. I'll have one of them. Who cares where it is? But yeah, I get that. It's on theme. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they do this with all the other sort of crossover lands as well, just to give more flavour to the world. It'd be nice to see nice little stories coming up.
Mate, get the Lord of the Rings ones up, and I'm away.
Yeah.
So
I'll be like, yeah, I visited that place last week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It says every basic land, and there's 4 of each different one, so 20 lands in total will have a bit of flavour text on them. But they instead of flavour text, they're calling it a prompt for an adventure. So the idea is you read that, and that is like a good, like all of them things are quite a cool, interesting thing of, oh, now what happens next? You could start a little D&D campaign based on the first, that's your introduction. So you get to this forest, you need the Queen's help, the place is full of rot, we're going to have to get some weed killer on this shit. And it's about, like, you have to go to Costco, you have to buy the weed killer, they've sold out. You have to go down the road to Walmart. I don't know, I'm pretending we're in America. Because we're not.
In
You're going
Walmart.
to Tesco.
We got
We could go to
Walmart over
Asda Walmart.
Exactly.
here. Yeah, we got an Asda
Yeah.
Walmart.
We got a Walmart. Cool lands, cool lands.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see the other ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already sold. You know, just give me the lands. I'll buy some.
So these
You shall not pass in the Mines of Moria from Jason
Yeah.
Coates. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, mate.
Sorry, Jason, I missed those.
The Mines of Moria. Another comment as well. No way can everyone can keep up with the amount of product that's coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
this summer.
Exactly. This is like partly why we sort of go into all this is just there's so many people I speak to and they're like, oh, I had literally no idea that was even happening.
Yeah.
Like, people just there's so much just coming out of Wizards now. It's just hard to keep up with it all.
If I wasn't on this podcast, I probably wouldn't have a clue.
But
Unless,
that's why
of
you'd
course, I saw-
listen to
yeah.
it, Troy. Would you not?
Well, yeah, obviously. But this is what I mean. If it's not on here, it'll be on a couple of other YouTube channels I may watch. But it always seems I find out too late. Or later than everyone, should I say.
Right, some in these next 3 cards, there's one that's promising for me personally, and that's the Power Word Kill, which is quite good removal in standard. I would use this instead of Heartless Act.
Yep.
I would use this instead. It's not going to kill your sort of Baneslayer Angels and Terror of the Peaks and what have you, but it can kill anything else. It can kill a fucking rogue. That's all that matters. But yeah, destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon. So that's some awesome creature types that I personally love, and for that to be in this set is a sort of prelude to the fact that there could be some of those cards in the Dungeons and Dragons set.
Yeah. So these 3 things here, all 3 of these cards, they did say on stream that these are famous D&D like abilities, sort of thing, or the innkeepers. I think just a generic happy innkeeper that you meet. So the Power Word Kill apparently is like a very famous spell, and it can kill any how did they word it? Non-eternal being or something like that. And that's why it's non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon, because those are eternal creatures. But any sort of mortal foe you face, you can use this powerful spell, and it instantly kills them. So there's that. And the Portable Hole, again, is apparently something that's used quite a lot. It's like a common trap thing that you can use throughout D&D. So, again, just cool things that us, as Magic players, don't really know D&D that much. We can just play it and go, oh, that's cool, that's quite a good strong spell. You can sort of like piece the flavour of it together. But if you know D&D, you're like, oh wow, that's really cool. I love using Portable Hole. I want to throw that in my Magic deck now as well.
Here we go. Power Word Kill. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect. So that's the D&D rules there. So it kills anything with 100 hit points or less, but anything above that just doesn't affect it.
Yeah.
So you can kill all your sort of eggy goblins and bandits, but you can't kill a massive Balor demon.
Yeah. That's cool. That makes sense.
Which is what this is alluding to. So that's cool. I've only played D&D a couple of times. It's good fun, but it's just too much time.
Yeah, that's it, and it's a real time sink.
It is. It's good fun though. Like the board games we've played in the past. You pick up and play those, but yeah, the actual campaign, you need a dungeon master and all that. It's just hard to get these days. But yeah, that's cool. Nice little hobbitses in there as well. Look.
Yes, good to see hobbits come in.
Halfling.
Like, it's the start. I'm pretty sure that's the first halfling in Magic.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep, there's the only one.
So do you reckon there'll be a few more in there then?
I think there might be.
There's got to be a halfling legendary.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. With like Skulk or something. Can't be blocked with creatures with higher power.
Lankerbiter.
Lankerbiter.
I don't think we're going to get Skulk in this. Do remember this is a core set. That might be one of the legends in the Commander sets that come with it. Because that they can be a bit more experimental with. But yeah, to remember, like, I feel like we're going to get very on-rails mechanics for this.
Yeah.
But tell you what's not on rails, Tiamat. Tiamat's got off the rail.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the big bad
lovely mythic
dragon queen from D&D. Apparently this is
Mhm.
an enemy most of the time. So 2 and Wooburg for a Dragon God, 7/7 legendary, flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library. Search your library for up to 5 dragon cards that are not named Tiamat that have different names. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle. So 5 dragons to hand. Is it better than the Dragon?
Yeah.
I think not. But
Yeah, I mean, Dragon, you need some sort of it just plays it off the top of the library, doesn't it? Or
Yeah.
you draw cards and then you put a permanent into play from your hand.
Yeah.
So I guess this sets up a massive dragon play for whatever you need later on, but it doesn't do it there and then. So I guess it's good in that way, but it's not as it's a longer setup, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
It's when it enters. When it enters, if you cast it, so you can't sort of Conjurer's Closet. You can't flicker it. You do have to cast it to get the trigger, I guess. But it's not.
It does seem quite a fixed. Quite like I say, this is. Yeah. And because you can only get dragons, I don't really think there's much combo potential. I don't think there's sort of like 5 dragons you can throw down. And...
Combo of dragons, yeah.
But it would be powerful nonetheless. But
powerful just seems a bit kind of linear or limited, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In a way.
Talking of limited, will it work if you open it in your draft? Can you get 5 other dragons? Is it Is it too big for draft? Probably. And then in standard, I don't know. Like, do you want? Because you're gonna want to have probably like 2 or 3 copies of Tiamat. Like, what other dragons are you gonna put in your deck that are worth being able to throw out? I don't know. I just don't really know what.
It's too late. By that time, it's too late. Their dragons are too expensive, aren't they? To play. So you play this, and then on your next turn, you're gonna be able to play one of the dragons that you've got from your hand. I expect. Maybe 2.
On the Boundless.
Oh yeah, good old Morphon. We spoke about him on the tribal episode in great detail.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, we love it. We love this card, don't we?
I don't.
As tribal thematics
with his creepy insides.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then
I like it.
It seems like if you wanted to build a kind of dragon commander deck, maybe you're a newish player. I don't know. Maybe it's something you'd go for.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to, maybe as a foot, it seems quite kind of simple to get your head round.
Oh no, yeah.
And then a 5,
really
especially in like 5 colors as well.
Yeah. Starting off player playing timeout. It's a 7/7 flyer, easy to understand. And when it enters, just go get 5 other dragons that you then just lay down. It's perfect for like a Timmy Stompy player.
Get smashing with dragons.
Exactly. So yeah, cool. It will see play definitely. That's just like big Timmy dragon deck.
Is it a budget option? Could you make it good on a small budget? I don't know.
Probably,
I don't really play dragons, so I don't really know. Yeah,
you probably could, to be honest. There's loads of massive dragons that you can get for fairly cheap. So just ramp them out and then play dragons. So I think as well, going back to the D&D part of this, obviously Tiamat or Tiamat, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it, is the eternal rival of her brother Bahamut, ruler of the good metallic dragons. So I reckon we'll get another dragon in here called Bahamut in the main set. So
does that mean you can't use them together in a deck?
Absolutely not.
You're just not allowed. It's not the done thing.
And the great thing about this is obviously Tiamat fetches out all of the new Elder Dragons that we've just got as well. If you wanted to, all the new Elder Dragons in Strixhaven, you can go get if you wanted to. Get them all out.
Yeah. Did we like them? I can't remember.
Not really.
Keyword being
I can't actually remember them.
No, can't remember any of them.
So yeah, Jason's asked, as don't you have a commander deck, dragon deck? You do. You have. Yours is Ataka, isn't it?
Ataka, that's it.
Ataka, yeah, and then Malfagor is a demon dragon.
Yeah.
But yes, the Ataka is the green and red dragon stompy deck. Ramp through your ass and then just drop big dragons, basically.
So
You're not-
soon it'll be a 5-color Tiamat deck.
Oh no, I can't do 5 colours.
You just need to
Red-
get like fetch lands.
Oh yeah, going back to those. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to get that Jund secret layer.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at potentially transitioning the Gruul Ataka deck to a Jund dragon deck instead, because you got loads of black dragons that are awesome, like Skrithrix and Tyrant of Jund and all those Jund dragons that you could put in there. Corvold, or he doesn't really fit in the dragon theme because he sacks stuff, but yeah, could open it up to that potentially. But yes,
Get a few
Just
shocks, you'll be all right.
yeah, just a lot more streamlined as it is. Just green and red is just a lot more easy to play than black, red, and green. And the mana base isn't as intensive either. You can just run forests and mountains and be all right, sort of thing. But yeah, Tiamat or Tiamat, however you want to pronounce it, that's a good little spoil, good little taste as to what we can get. Do you reckon the other mythics would be dragons as well, or do you reckon there'll be a mixture of things?
I think it'll be a mixture.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
if
hope
we're
so.
going on like kind of core set, it's kind of a bit of everything, isn't it?
Like I
Yeah.
imagine there will be quite obviously. It says here it wouldn't be and dragons without the dragons, and we're treating them just right, and they're getting like this cool frame for that. So I think the dragons will be like a big part of it. And I think there will be, and I think as you alluded to before, Aaron, like the Strixhaven Elder Dragons, I think they were very purposefully chosen to be dragons because in standard give you synergies between the two sets. Let you maybe have any sort of color combination of dragon decks.
So it's all about dragons now.
But I don't think it's gonna be like really overkill.
gonna
I don't
be-
think it's gonna be like dragons or bust.
Yeah.
It'll just be they're there for everyone. Should
They're
you
there
need
if
them?
you want them. Yeah.
Terror of the Peaks and bloody Hell Leyline Tyrant is still hanging
Yeah.
around as well, aren't they? So in
Yeah.
standard at the moment.
Yep.
And there's one of the
so
new
they're still pretty good.
What other new one came out? Was it in the treasure one from Kaldheim? Is the one I'm thinking of. Big red
the
treasure.
gold
Gold span.
something gold sport. Gold sport?
Gold spam, yeah.
Gold span?
Is it?
Yeah, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there is gonna be like
Yeah.
a fun dragons deck, especially if Aaron, you're the one that knows most about D&D out of any of us. Do dragons on D&D come out as babies? Could we have like dragon hatchling, dragon whelp, those sorts of cards come through in this set?
Dragon egg.
Dragon
reprint.
egg, all those sorts.
Yeah,
of
I think
things.
so.
Because
Yeah.
that's now let you make it really work as a tribal deck in standard. Because you need those early plays. At the moment, we've only got big dragons. Whereas if we got reprints of all like the baby dragons, that's your opening sort of like 3 turns, and then you've got the big ones at the end finish. So
Yeah, it says on there they're inherently magical beings. They should never be considered reptiles. Obviously, they take offense to that sometimes. And they reproduction by laying eggs. So yes, they do lay eggs in the D&D world.
yeah, so it's not like
So maybe we'll get some
Potentially you'll be
breeders.
on curve, yeah.
So we'll see.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. So if we get some little hatchlings.
Then next we've got one more piece of really cool artwork.
Yeah. Something out of Doom.
A beholder.
Doom.
Well, this is how Baleful Beholder. So have we actually got the name then, by the look of it?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think that might be what the card's going to be called, Baleful Beholder. They haven't really shown us too much. There's no text, no anything. We don't really know anything about it.
Keeping the text. Keeping it a reward, does that say? So they haven't released it yet.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
For the adventure of preview season. So yeah, they're calling it the classic rulebook frame. So it's just sort of the artwork is taken from the old like original D&D rulebooks and stuff, which I think is quite a cool little nod.
Yeah, very 80s style artwork there, like from the 3rd and 4th edition rulebook, I expect.
Yeah. I think I had that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you had that one. Yeah.
I did. I think I sold it in the end, so someone's very happy.
Yeah, I sold all mine as
Yeah,
well. I literally had
yeah.
all the 5th edition stuff, and I just got rid of it because I just never used it.
Yeah, I had no use for it. Like I said, that was from school.
Yeah.
So I've had it sat around for about, 16, 17 years now.
Proper
Crazy.
old school. I hope the Beholder in this game is good, though.
Well, one thing
because
is like
it's an iconic creature.
to me, there's like a tiny C at the bottom here, which I think it means it's going to be a common. Like at the head, there's an
Oh,
M.
yeah.
That's M for mythic on Tiamat, and U for those ones that are uncommon. So I thought
That's a
beholders were
C,
meant to be like really
100%.
powerful. I thought they were meant to be like these sort of very strong. I thought they would at least be rares. Or can you get sort of like mini beholders? Can you get beholders that are just sort of dancing around?
Oh yeah, you can get all sorts, but they are known for being like proper awesome vicious creatures, and like each of their eyes shoots a different style of beam. Like you get ice, fire beam, psychic beam. So yeah, it's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what they do because they are very varied. It's a very varied race in D&D.
Yeah.
You can get all sorts of beholders.
Because again, my only real thing is from that Dark Alliance games, and there the beholder is the big boss, the very final boss. And I wasn't sure if that's the only place you find beholders are like these ultimates, almost like godlike beings. But obviously not. I guess if you get them everywhere, you will get some sort of smaller ones that are.
No, you do. Yeah.
So, we've missed a few sort of chat things. Jason said we need Smog as a legendary dragon. Lol. Anyone know what Smog is? Smog.
The dragon from the Hobbit, Smaug.
Oh, Smaug, maybe.
Oh, is that what you mean or not? Jason, chime in, please.
Let us know.
Smog dragon.
It's definitely Smaug from the Hobbit,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I reckon that's what he's on about. Yes. Smaug.
Smaug.
But yes, definitely, I want to see Smaug when we do get the. But then will we? If it's a Lord of the Rings set, it's not Hobbit set.
We're going to say that for the Hobbit set.
Yeah, the Hobbit trilogy that will come afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
And Andrew said,
"Oh, and he's definitely on the Young Dragon hype."
Yeah, Young Dragons. The how many years we will have before Mum find out we had to kill her baby problem. Many parties have. Okay, so if that's like quite a common trope, then that you accidentally kill a baby dragon and anger the mother.
And then you get the Ataka running after you.
So that's exactly what Andrew went on to say next. Classic problem that you have when DMD world builds. And again, he said there should be a few beholders. That's it. And one of the heads has got an anti-magic cone / beam, which could be an interesting mechanic. Like it could be like an activated ability. Your opponents then can't cast anything next turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like the beholder as a card should have like, like a staff of Nin effect where it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it does different things.
Yeah,
because that would just be so flavorful. Because they have,
maybe like that'll be the mythic one. Maybe like the top one will be like that. And it's got all the abilities on.
So one of the most famous beholders is a beholder called Xanathar, who's actually the leader of the Thieves Guild. So you can get beholders that are sort of happy to be around humans as well and other races. So they're not all bad. Xanathar, Andrew said Xanathar as well. Yeah.
So that sounds like the one from Dark Alliance then to me. I'm sure it's a Thieves Guild you have to fight in that.
Yeah, Xanathar's a leader of the Thieves Guild. So maybe we'll get him. That would be great if we did. That would be fantastic. Maybe there's a few, like one in different colours and stuff. Maybe there's a few different ones.
Yeah, maybe.
It would be interesting to see what they are. So again, we've got some more packaging shots. So we've got the draft boosters with the artwork we saw above. We've got set boosters, which shows a different beholder. Because we have been given
into that.
We have been given some other artwork for this beholder. I'll try and find it in a minute. But yeah, there's another cool beholder. Is that different again? That's the same. That beholder there is that beholder there. So, but this one,
that one looks
menacing.
He looks like he's got loads of stuff around him.
He's just like smiling, having a great time. Look, he's like he's got like a lazy eye. He's like shooting like one way, and he's looking over the other way.
He's got an eye on this arrow. That's what he's got.
He's like
Is that a wolf? Someone riding a wolf into battle?
Oh yeah, does look like it.
Oh man,
I don't know what is that. Just smoke along the bottom here? Is they almost like skeleton claws to me down here?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
something? Can't see much else. What's going on over on the left here?
Looks like he's guarding something on the table. Look, that goblet.
Yeah, some dodgy altar.
Here's 3 more bits
Oh,
of
what is
artwork.
that?
A big blue dragon.
Zoomed right in.
Octopus
Oh,
face
there we
man.
go.
That's Davy Jones.
Davy Jones was locker. And, well, a lovely head of hair on this young chap.
Hmm.
That's yeah. Who would want that on a card? Hopefully the artist isn't watching.
Big dragon on the booster, though. That's promising.
Yeah.
That could be Bahamut.
Yeah.
Brother of Tiamat, essentially.
What have we missed here?
Looks like Bahamut as well.
Jason wants to see Emrakul be reprinted as the Mind Flayer. That would be like a cool sort of I don't want to say secret lair, but it will be a secret lair. You know, like the Godzilla cards. That's what I was trying to say. Where they had that,
Yeah.
they had the little name underneath. We could have something like that. That'd be cool.
Mind Flayers are ridiculously good as well.
Andrew said, "I wouldn't call that happy. Those are more like minions." So is that what these?
No, I think it's when Troy said he looks like he's happy. He's not happy. That's funny. Oh, there's going to be so much in this, but I just feel like they might miss some good parts of D&D out because it's only in one set.
I think, obviously, I don't know D&D, but it's Magic the Gathering. They're gonna. This is interesting. Do you think that Dungeons and Dragons players, if they don't already play Magic, might jump into Magic because of this set? And the same with Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
Or even if it's just kind of for collectability, do you think like some die-hard D&D or like Lord of the Rings fans might just buy some cards because they're related to like something they love?
Yeah, definitely.
Even if they don't play, they might just keep them, you know?
My friend, who I try to get to play Magic every time I see him, and he still refuses, he has outright said he's considering trying to get one of every card from the D&D set, and he's said he'll definitely buy the Lord of the Rings cards when they come out.
Who's this? Sorry.
So that's my friend Nathan.
All right. Nice.
I suppose. I guess it's doable. I don't really know.
Yeah, like
Depends on. If you're like really into it, you just do it, wouldn't you?
yeah. Like if you think like if you go to you can buy like I think it's on Magic Card Market you can buy like full sets of a thing of a
Yeah, I
each
thought
thing.
you. Yeah.
And they're only sort of like £100 odd. I don't think they're like a huge amount of money.
Yeah. I think
especially if you
didn't
ignore some of the chase mythics. If you decide I don't really want to buy like the £50 cards, or
Yeah.
have all like the normal ones, you could probably
swear-
pick up a pack
yeah.
quite cheap, I reckon.
I swear at like shops online that I used to buy from used to literally do like the full set
Yeah,
from
I'm sure I've
Magic
seen it
sets,
on-
and it'd be like 250 quid or something. You know, I didn't know if that would include every single card. It might have done. I don't know.
Because I'm sure I've seen it. Some you even get 4 of every card, so it's basically you instantly buy it the day it's released, and you know you've got every standard deck you could want out of it, sort of thing.
Whole play sets.
They do the uncommons and commons play sets still, don't they? Yeah. Yeah.
So Andrew reckons that is what Hasbro wants. They want everyone to just jump. Like if you're a Lord of the Rings fans, jump on. Apparently, it happened with Walking Dead. That's still something I'd really love to know. I'd love to know the breakdown on people who bought Walking Dead stuff. Like just Magic players, people that were doing it for like speculative, trying to make money, and how many were just like Walking Dead fans that saw it and thought, oh, I'll have some of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think just because you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you're gonna start playing Magic.
No.
But I think again, I think they might want.
Say, but it
10%
might sell. Yeah.
They might want 10% of fans to buy the product, and if only out of that 10%, 10% of those go on to actually play Magic, it's still new people that would have never come to the game otherwise.
Yeah, potentially, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they're doing now, isn't it? Is they're expanding their sort of reach with getting like people like Mr. Beast to promote their stuff. You know, doesn't really have a Magic the Gathering following, but I guarantee that people would have watched his videos and thought, "Oh, this is okay," and then bought some stuff as a result, and that's what they want.
Yeah, I mean,
they
I guess
get people in.
They did that Lord of the Rings like Warhammer stuff as well, didn't they?
Oh yeah, that was a massive hit.
That was mega.
Yeah.
When
That's
it
quite-
first came out.
I've still got some of that somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I don't
parents
think
have
I
them.
ever got into it, but people that didn't play Warhammer would play that, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it was very popular.
Yeah, because the films were
It was
massive at the
it
time.
was
and
right
you can
around
just,
the film time. Yeah,
yeah, you could just recreate some of the battles and stuff. It was pretty
exactly
decent.
that.
What's Jason saying?
Jason said, could the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons from the unset come back but in Black Border? I doubt it, only because it's got... Well, things are weirdly that some people are speculating that this set might have a mechanic that involves rolling a d20. So it does have the element of randomness.
Yeah.
And obviously we do
Yeah.
have random elements in Magic in general. We've already got stuff that says pick one of these things at random, discard a card
There's
at
a
random.
few and stuff, isn't
Yeah,
there? Yeah, or damage someone randomly.
What's the Eldraine card? It's red and white, and at the end of each turn, you create a random token. It's like just a 2/1 with haste or a 2/2 with vigilance, something like that. It's not.
Never heard of it. Sorry,
It's
I
not
don't actually
commonly
know
used.
that one. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get it up. So it's 2/2 protection from rogues and clerics. When it deals equip damage to a player, create a 4/4 gold dragon creature token with flying and roll a d20. If you roll a 20, repeat this process. So you get a dragon every time. You can just keep going. Fair. I can't really see why that can't really be a black bordered card. It's not. It's not like madly absurd. Just roll a dice 1 in 20 chance. You just keep getting more and more dragons. But
Yeah.
you remove that and it's just a solid card on its own. 2/2, a bit of protection, albeit for some weird rogues and clerics that won't matter that much in Magic, really.
No. I mean, there was a thing that I saw earlier. I'm not sure whether it's on this article, but there's like different cards you can get in this set as well, isn't there? I'm not sure whether that's coming up.
The
Outlaws
dungeon
Merriment.
cards, is it?
Sorry.
No?
This is the card I was on about a minute ago, sorry. So it's the beginning of your upkeep. Choose one at random. Create a 3/1 with trample and haste, 2/1 with lifelink and haste, or a 1/2 with haste. And when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. Just a bit weird. It annoys me this is
Little bit
Mythic,
weird,
because
very
I really
random.
want to play with it on Arena, but like heck, am I going to burn through Mythic wildcards for that nonsense?
Serious.
No, yeah. Look at this though. This was back in Eldraine. This is Eldraine, and it cared about warrior, clerics, and rogues. It came out in Zendikar for the party mechanic.
See, exactly.
So much.
Everything's planned
They
out.
do it
It's
so
almost
far in
as if
advance.
they're not idiots up there working.
Okay.
But then they make
Why
Oko.
is this not played?
Yeah.
Why is this not played in standard, Tom, with a party deck?
I don't know. Aaron.
Outlaws Merriment.
I want to make it, but I'm not burning mythics. So
Mate, I'm
Andrew,
burning some mythics.
has piped up on our little discussion on the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, and he said the problem is a lot of people in Magic obviously use spin downs, which isn't a fair d20, so it'd be quite easy to sort of fake the roll. I guess like obviously the top half is all going to be high numbers sort of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's easily botched.
Back to our thing a minute ago, though. We said about Lord of the Rings, and the last stuff came out when the film came out. We said that Warhammer stuff came when the films came out. Obviously, we're getting the Magic crossover, and they're doing the new TV show, aren't they, for Amazon?
Lord of the Rings, yes.
It's like it's a prequel thing, isn't it? I think.
Yes, I believe. But obviously we're going to see characters that we know.
Yeah. Are we going to get a huge sort of rejuvenation of Lord of the Rings? Obviously, we've had the Shadow of Mordor games past 5 years or so.
I would love if it did happen, 100%. Because you think the films seem like yesterday you went to the cinema to see them, but that was 2003, the last one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, they were so good for their
After
time.
18 years, yeah. I remember, and I love it still. Absolutely love it. I love all the old games. I did play Shadow of Mordor, but I thought it was absolute arse.
Did you? I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I didn't see why people were loving it, and I love Lord of the Rings, but I could not get my head around it. I was like, why is this not just like, an actual proper story. I don't want to go around, hypnotizing
Yeah.
orcs and
I
that.
guess that's
I
what you
want to
didn't.
be on the, Fellowship or something,
Yeah.
something really just good. Just like, something like Skyrim or something, but actually Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be
it didn't
quality.
really feel that Lord of the Ringsy. I will
No.
give you that. Like it felt like a different game that someone
Yeah.
just said, "I will slap another Lord of the Rings skin over this."
It's basically, what happened, I think,
Yeah.
personally. But it was okay, like, for what I played, but the second one came out and that got a lot of stick over microtransactions or something, I
was it?
think. Yeah,
Of course it did.
I think it got review bombed and everything, possibly. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just avoided it because I didn't like the first one. So
Yeah. No, I didn't get the second one. Don't really know why.
yeah, if they can just,
Probably
yeah,
try
if they
to
can
sort my
revamp.
console.
I mean, the TV show would have been enough,
Yeah.
but obviously we're getting this magic set, which is perfect for someone like me because obviously it's magic.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope so, eh?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
obviously, like, how
It's gonna-
long do they have to put these sort of deals in place for? Obviously, we know that the
Mhm.
Magic set's not coming out till 2022. We know the TV show is obviously going to take years for that to really be made.
Yeah.
Is it just they're going to start sort of drip feeding, and they're going to try and drop something big? Maybe a remake. They're going to just remake the whole films. But
Oh,
I
no.
don't
With-
think they will.
with the
Because-
original cast still playing all the same characters, would you go for that?
Well, Viggo Mortensen could play the ancient Aragorn, couldn't he?
Exactly.
Good now, yeah.
Like,
I
just
don't.
imagine
I
Ian
don't.
McKellen just coming back and being like, "I'm just going to still fuck shit up."
Yeah. I just don't think they could remake them just because they're kind of regarded as some of the best films ever, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
Even if you watch them now, like the extended editions, it's
Yeah.
just like they haven't aged at all.
Nah.
There's
It's a-
nothing about
yeah.
them that feels old.
I can just watch them and watch them and watch them as well.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't ever get boring. It's still like, oh my god, yes, it's happened. I never expected
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Obviously, but
Yeah.
everyone knows the story.
You're just there,
Like I said,
screaming at Helm's Deep. Shoot him!
yeah,
Shoot
yeah.
him down!
Bring him down, Legolas.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
and I've literally, I've got 4 or 5 sets of the books all over like my bedroom and that, just different places.
Yeah.
Just like,
I need
yeah,
to revisit the books at some point.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Jason's a big fan too. He's loving
I was
it.
gonna say, there's a woman I work with as well, a little bit older than me, but she's proper into Lord of the Rings as well. She's got like a tattoo sleeve of it and that, so I just like, it's brilliant. Just sometimes just chatting about Lord of the Rings to her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's going to hit a lot of nostalgia factors when the Lord of the Rings set comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be good.
And
It's going to be interesting to see if they do it. They're not going to do it based on the film characters, are they? They'll do it with their own art, I guess, and
No.
stuff.
I think there's so much more to explore and just see for people as well, because obviously
yeah.
some people might like Lord of the Rings, but maybe they've only seen the films, which is fair enough. But it kind of, the story's a bit. Some things were just there for the films. It's a film, of course. You're going to get that and that. A lot of the stories missed. I mean, Tom Bombadil didn't even appear, did he?
No,
Was it in that? But a lot of people don't like him anyway, so it's like they were like, good.
yeah.
Oh, old Tom.
Why not?
But I just think, yeah, it'd be good. And I think the TV show is going to go a long way as well.
Yeah.
I swear, I think I read that the Amazon bloke put like $1 billion or something of his own money into it.
Mhm.
Oh, whatever his name is.
Good old Jeff.
Bezos. Yeah,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
good old Jeff, yeah.
Jeffrey. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, Jason, the classic line that only counts as one.
Yeah. Still only counts as one, eh?
Classic.
Oh, love it.
So yeah, we've got all that to come. We've got obviously Dungeons and Dragons here. We've got Lords of the Rings in the future. Warhammer 40k in the future, which has obviously been announced already. But yeah, well, what if we scroll down? Does it say what it comes? Because obviously it comes with dungeon cards and stuff, doesn't it? And new stuff. And there's the decks there. Is that the decks there? The commander decks?
Where? That's
There,
the
Pre-release pack.
That's
bundle.
pre-release, right? So
Yeah.
it's
No. If you go down, there's 4 names there. That go up again.
Awe of
Those
Courage,
4
Dungeons
names.
of Death, Draconic Rage,
Oh.
and Planar Portal.
Sorry, Aaron.
Yes, yeah, they are the 4 commander decks coming out.
Draconic
Ah.
Rage.
One more card to show you, which is a buy a box promo. So the Vorpal sword is your buy a box promo,
Oh, okay.
and
So it's not in the actual set.
I don't think so. No, I think this is
That's
only buy a box.
Yeah. It's a shame.
And the Vorpal
That last
sword
one does look good.
as what Jason's quickly said about the stuff. Lord of the Rings. Before we move on, he said, "I've read the books along with The Hobbit, and the original Lord of the Rings movies came out when he was in high school. So yeah, he loves Lord of the Rings, and it's also why he got into magic. So getting in that way around.
Yeah.
It was kind of all
Yeah.
the same time for me, yeah.
Yeah, but like again, I think Lord of the Rings it was a huge just boom of fantasy, wasn't it? Like before
Yeah.
that, there wasn't really like anything really that massive that you get, but it just suddenly made people realize, wow, this genre is something I can really get into. Like, oh wow, this is really cool. I love like sort of
I think, yeah,
like I don't really
You
care
think
about stupid robots.
yeah.
Give me some
The
magic.
books were like 50 odd years old by that point, weren't they, when they started the films?
Yeah.
And I know it was right around the time as well that Harry Potter started, the film started.
It was, wasn't it?
And it was
Yeah.
almost like you'd hear from people that were like, "Oh, Lord of the Rings sucks. I'm into Harry Potter," and
Yeah.
it's like,
Just hit
"You
them in
think
the
Lord of
head.
the Rings sucks?"
Get
And
out!
yeah.
You
Go on, see you later. Run through that brick wall. I bet you won't go through it.
Drink your fucking butterbeer and leave, you
Yeah.
fucking coward.
Yeah,
I'm smoking my pipe weed.
yeah. I'll have the
Brilliant.
salted pork any day.
Salty pork.
Bit of malt beer.
Ripe meat off the bone.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we all love Lord of the Rings, I think.
Lord of the
Tom,
Rings
do you love
podcast
Lord of the
every
Rings?
week.
I
Yeah,
do. I do love Lord of the
Good.
Rings.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
no, that will be a good podcast when that releases. I'll have a much better knowledge of what we're talking about.
Absolute raw knowledge, yeah.
Yeah.
have you seen the massive rant and stuff that's online about, the line from the film where the hobbits escape and the Uruk-hai and the orcs have a fight, and he
Yep.
goes, "Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys,"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because it implies that the orcs and Uruk-hai have some sort of social hierarchy and that they have dinner and menus and like there's a sophistication to them and like sort of like the nights out where they go and have restaurants and stuff, because how
Yeah.
else would they know what a menu is?
It's strange, isn't it?
So yeah, just a little stupid throwaway.
Yeah.
Someone thought, "Oh, this is a funny line," and then just a couple of people like really drilled into it and
Yeah.
gone crazy.
Proper, yeah.
What about their legs? They don't need those. They got brains, mate. They
Yeah.
realise if you got no legs, you can't run off. Yeah.
Yeah, tree beer
Oh,
better be a
Jason's
legendary
completely
creature.
right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Tree
Because
beers.
they had enough of the old maggoty bread, didn't they?
For free stinking.
Those. Yeah, why can't we have some meat? What about them? They're fresh.
I reckon we could refilm it
little
all now.
That little. Those are not for eating. What about their legs? They don't need those. Get back. And then they do it. But then they let out a massive roar before they start chowing down on that
Yeah.
creature, don't they? And it's like,
Yeah.
quickly just going back to Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter. I mean, I don't know what you could call someone from Harry Potter, but the ultimate insult from Lord of the Rings is calling someone Gollum, isn't it? You might just,
Yeah.
you absolute fucking Gollum.
Absolute gold.
Yeah. I've called plenty of people Gollum in the past.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
brilliant.
Dodgeball last week. This week, Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
Yeah.
Tune out and see which fan favourite will be next week.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, so I think this is one of the final things, because we talked about the Secret Lair last time, didn't we? So yeah, Vorpal Sword. Tom, you going to use this in Grixis Pingers?
I will be. That is what I was most excited about. Target creature gets Death Touch. Thank you very much. That's all I care about. Or you can also just
So even though it's like black.
Oh, of course, yeah, that doesn't matter. Grixis Pinger's got lovely mana base.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the fact that you can just win the game with pingers, I guess that might help.
Yeah.
because it does have a difficulty there. But the Vorpal sword, they said about the lore sort of behind this. This was in the original rules text, like the first edition D&D, and the Vorpal sword was an equipment you could get. And if you rolled a D20, it was instant death. You decapitate your opponent, done. And that's what the sort of death touch is about. That's what obviously the picture is. You can see they've obviously just decapitated that person. It looks like a what's it? Gorgon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought there was again another fun little flavourful thing. Now that I know it's a buy a box promo, I'm hoping it's not too expensive to throw in pingers. But either way, I'll find it.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean,
Hopefully not. It's just if it's really sought after, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, I own some buy a box promos that I never knew were buy a box promos.
Yeah.
But cheap as chips, a lot of them.
Hopefully.
I mean, to be fair though, yeah, I could.
One.
I couldn't. Oh yeah.
That one.
What, Master of the Bridge.
Yeah, and I swear he was quite expensive.
Yeah, I think
this one.
Master of the Bridge. Yeah.
£8.
Still, yeah, I was going to say it's the War of the Spark one, wasn't it? Yeah. He used how much?
It was $8 there.
It used to be a bit. Yeah, he's come down, I think, in price.
I think he was used a little bit in standard.
Yeah.
So like it was just one of them annoying things that if you did want to play it in standard, obviously in paper, it's quite hard to get hold of.
Yeah, I think one I've got. I think Nexus of Fate was a buy a box promo, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
That was the big one. That was the big mistake.
Yeah, and I think the Impervious Great Worm I own was as well for
it was
Ravnica.
The huge mega worm.
The huge mega worm thing, but that's like a couple of quid now.
Yeah,
you know.
The mega worm.
Yeah, 1616 indestructible.
Yeah, dies to path to exile.
But
dice removal.
Does just eat Emrakul.
You will just be dead before that ever happens, you know.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What does it say? Secret
some cool stuff.
I think it's just the new big super drop is going to come out in June. Fantastic. More secret lair to entertain us.
We'll skip that. I mean, that's brilliant. Oh, Fable Passage.
But yeah, for us, obviously we like to support the local game stores, and it looks like Wizards are going to pretend to again.
Yeah. God.
They're giving out. So on June the 18th, when Sanction Play returns to your local game store, and you spend £50 or $50 or more on sealed product, you can get this promo Old Border Fabled Passage. And apparently you can get it whether or not you order online or in the shop. So there we are.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't see around the world. So hopefully there'll be sort of.
There'll be some in like the UK, but there's never many. You know, you don't. That one in Bournemouth always has like promo packs and that, and that's the only place I've actually ever seen like buy a box promos and that being given out.
Yeah, we got given a load of them. Like when we did the past term versus thing, me and Josh went down there. We got handed loads of promo shiny cards for free.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just going back to the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, why have they changed the pre-release packs again? They may not be the final ones, but the shape. They did these with Zendikar Rising, didn't they?
What shape have they been? Have they changed it since that?
Normally, they're like a kind of square, aren't they? And Zendikar Rising's ones were like this cuboid rectangle, you know. And I'm pretty sure that it's less packaging, but it's like they then went back for Cow Time to the standard old ones that I know of. And now it looks like they've gone back to these. They just can't make up their mind. I don't know if there's something specific to why they've done that, but
no, I don't know.
It's almost like they just like want to. They were like, "Oh, we'll try and save the planet." Then they're like, "Nah, let's kill the planet."
Kill the planet.
What about the planet? We don't need that.
Don't need that.
Oxygen, kill it. And now they've gone back to it. Yeah, it's just a little thing I noticed. Pointless, maybe, but people might not realise it's a pre-release pack. I mean, it says it on the bottom, but if you can't read, you ain't gonna know, are you?
No. If you look at it like this, you cut the bottom off.
Yeah.
You're never gonna know.
But yeah. Choose one or the other, you know, stick with it or change it. Stop pissing about.
So yeah, we're gonna be able to we'll actually be able to do the pre-release because I think a good note to potentially sort of end on is the fact that with confirmation that lockdown will ease as per the roadmap set out by the government from Monday the 17th of May. This is the gaming den. We played against them in Basingstoke, Tom.
Yep.
We wish to confirm that we'll be operating our open play evenings from Tuesday the 18th of May, which is my birthday. So that will warrant a trip for me because I'm off that week. And we will look to start hosting some small scale events at the weekends as well. So
they are doing events. That's cool.
Yeah, so expect to see a return to our gaming area, starting with casual cards on Tuesday, the 18th of May. That's a statement from Gaming Den, one of our sort of local game store friends, which is quite good.
I'm gonna throw something in there and say that I actually preferred buying the pre-release packs when we couldn't go to the shops because you got extra packs for free.
When
they give you 2
didn't
packs.
go.
Yeah. So you'd buy a pre-release pack online, and to make up for the fact you couldn't go and then win packs or whatever in the store against people, you've got 2 free boosters, and they were still the same price and everything, free delivery. Gosh, I ended up with I'd buy 2 at a time, so I'd get 4 extra boosters for nothing.
So I think
Whereas if you went to an event, you'd have to win games to win these boosters, and I'd be like, you might get 1 for taking part or whatever. It depends on the shop, doesn't it?
Yeah, normally, that's it.
And the cheek of it was a lot of places weren't doing the 2 free boosters.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're a bit, and their prices were higher, and it was like, it was all a bit shifty. I can see why people might want to go and play, but I'm not really bothered either way.
Yeah, I guess if they're giving you extra boosters because the pre-release event isn't open, they're still probably breaking even because they just give stuff away at events like that, don't they, to hook you in?
Yeah.
I think Wizards give it to them to give away. I think when they buy their pre-release packs, they're given if you buy 6 packs from Wizards, you get 12 boosters to give away as prizes. I think when they buy it in, they have to buy the prize packs as part of it. So I think when they sell it to us, they know they're also selling these prize packs. So I think you're right. I think a lot of them were honest and gave away the prize packs with them. But I think there were some that didn't. But
probably
I don't really
kept
know.
them, sold them.
I don't really know.
Sold them. They sold them. They did.
Oh, Jason said, "Happy birthday, Az! If you didn't see you before, so have a good one."
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, well, it's this time next week, so I should be doing a podcast this time next week. So
we could have birthday podcast. Bring the cake,
podcast. Mate. Yeah. Well, Tuesday the 18th is when the game store show opens up. So I don't know what.
So you're not going to be at the podcast.
I'll do. Oh no, I probably will. Yeah, I'll probably just go pick up
absolutely slaughtered on it.
Yeah, drinking loads of butter beer.
Yeah,
up, Green Dragon.
You'll be having a pint.
That's my friend.
You've had half already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll probably have a product to open, maybe live on stream. We can have a look at a little product to open.
That'd be cool.
So we'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week, isn't it?
No, we've missed one of the biggest things.
Oh, God.
Mystery boosters.
Shit.
Convention edition is coming to shops.
What on earth is this?
So the convention edition is the one that contains the tester cards.
To make up for the fact there's no conventions.
God.
Exactly, because there weren't any what's it called? Magic Fests this last year.
Yeah.
I guess they must have printed off crates of this Magic Booster Convention Edition to use, and they then couldn't get rid. They've had nowhere to do it, so they're now just going to give it to the shops.
So they're going to be sharing a highly limited amount of Mystery Booster conventions. So basically, it's Mystery Booster all over again. Product didn't meet the demand or whatever. Supply didn't meet the demand, and then the prices just shot right up. Well, F you on that one from me.
Yeah.
Not interested.
No, I am. Mystery Boosters looked so much fun. It's basically a cube. It's the closest thing you can do to releasing a cube, I think. And I think it sounds fun.
I think I did get hold of a couple, and that was literally because I just bought one of those Chaos Draft Pack things.
Yeah.
Which was worth it.
It's these things.
Oh, Aaron, there you go. Happy
these
birthday.
can all come in the
your
Mystery
favourite.
Booster. There's a beholder there.
Witty demon with a microphone on. What the?
So, have you not seen these before?
These are absolute pish, aren't they?
Yeah,
never
but that's
seen
the
them.
point. They're all just joke cards, and it's.
But how
They're-
much are these packs? 20 quid?
I don't know. I'm not a
Mi-
scientist.
let's be honest, the mystery boosters were about 8 quid in the UK, weren't they? Something stupid like that.
Throat Wolf.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, look.
6, 7, 8 quid, depending on where you went.
Tybalt the Chaotic. Just imagine having a draft like these, like a draft game with these, or a Booster Wars game.
Yeah,
Be ridiculous,
that's
wouldn't
the
it?
point. That's the
What is
point.
that one there with the smiley faces, noughts and crosses? A good thing. What is that? I could have drawn that with my bad foot.
But that's the point. Because all these artwork are from just Wizards people. These are like genuine just test cards.
Do you think this is part of the interview for a job at Wizards? Draw the crappiest artwork you can ever think of. We'll print it on a card and then put your name on it,
I
so
don't-
everyone knows you're crap.
I don't think it's just like a.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's make the crappiest. It's just let's have a bit
I
of
love the way-
fun.
I'm only joking, Tom.
No,
you
but
keep
I just think it's just
you
a-
keep defending the sinners if you want.
I think
Ooh,
I
that
should
one
tell you.
there.
I work for Wizards of the Coast.
You're undercover. Golgari Death Swarm. What is that? That looks.
Oh, do you know this joke? Do
Have
you know
they
the-
accidentally just put the actual art in there or something?
Yeah. No, do you know this joke? This
No,
is
I don't
from.
think so.
So you know they do the Great Designer Search where they held a big online competition, and anyone, me or you, could be a designer at Wizards of the Coast.
Okay,
And
yeah.
one of their questions was basically, like, here's a card. What 2-color combo should it be, basically? And one of the questions was a 5-mana 4/4 flying vigilance. And then the options were like blue white, blue green, and all this stuff, and green black. And everyone put blue white because why would a flying vigilant 4/4 not be a blue white angel? And the
Yeah.
answer that Wizards said was actually green black, because they argued that flying and vigilant, it could be either blue or white. Like they're like the weird way the rules work. The question was, so the right answer was green black, and everyone lost their fucking shit that this was the answer. No one believed it. People were fucking in arms. This was before we did the podcast. We couldn't rant about that for hours back then. So for a joke, they just printed the fucking card. Like, there you are. There,
Yeah,
it's
of course
real
they
now.
did.
Fair enough. I'll take that.
Black, green, flying vigilance. Yes, you'd never see that, would you?
No,
No.
but
That is ridiculous.
the way the design, because that's the point. It's about, obviously, to be a good designer, you need to think just outside the box. You don't just go with the
Yeah.
instinct, and you have to look at it and
Yeah.
think about how the actual rules interaction are. And apparently, it's green black. I'm not going to say which answer's right in my eyes. I don't want to get fired from Wizards.
Yeah.
You are fired. You're fired.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. And some of these they've almost come real now. Like, some of these cards have now been printed in a weird way, like in a very similar way. So these again were like sort of test runs, like personal decoy. This I think is a very expensive one. I think look, $150.
I was about to say, are these,
Okay, now.
just, this is like, unless you play Magic and know these cards, if you pulled one out, and said to someone, this card's worth 120 quid, they'd laugh you down the street.
Yeah.
They'd be like, beep, beep, that beeping, beep, 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 beep is worth how much beeping, beep? like,
You don't have to censor it, mate, anymore. We're just
No,
going all out.
I
to
just
be
thought I
honest.
would. It reminded me of that meltdown I had with that Mogus deck that's still on the channel
Right.
somewhere.
It is still on there, yeah.
I still go back and watch it now because I was
Oh.
like, how many beeps? But yeah,
Yeah, I'm not going to bother beeping
No.
future videos out.
to be honest, I said beeps just then because I didn't know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The kind of thing.
Oh.
Is that say Tiger Stadium?
Yeah, Tiger Stadium.
Right, that's pretty cool. Hockey rink or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah. So
And that Noxious Bayou looks cool. Has that got like the? It almost looks like the infect thing.
it is, 'cause, when
You
you
get a
tap,
poison
you get a
counter.
poison counter.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
So again, these are just weird
That's- that-
tests.
Oh,
Will people play with them? How do people like them? Cloud.
That's a good design
Barry's
space.
it
Cloud.
does.
But I did like the.
Barry's Land. Get me one of them.
Basic land cloud.
Oh. Some of them look all right, but again, they're just not for me. So are they actually printed like that? So it
Yeah,
looks like you've
yeah.
proxied the wrong
Because
size card, like
again,
everyone
this is
does.
what they do
Yeah,
at Real Wizards. They take proper cards and they stick little bits of white paper on it and
Yeah.
write the card stuff on it, and that's what they use as their like testers while they're playing.
look.
While they're doing
Sounds like some of
sets.
Josh's decks.
Down the bottom, look, Wasteland. And it's Swindon, isn't it?
That is Swindon, yeah.
That is Swindon. You can see the massive magic. You can see the magic roundabout. Look, just in the bottom centre.
This is just
That
all the
magic
roundabouts.
roundabout.
This is
That's all the roundabouts
in
in Swindon. Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh.
brilliant.
Yeah. Again, you know, some
£3,000 if you want to own all of them. 120 cards, £3,000.
Right, let me just find an idiot who's rich and get him to buy them. Yeah, so it's one of them things. People are going to buy them if they want them, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, averages out £24 each if you want these. But again, this is because they only did it at like 2 Magic Fests. No one opened any of these. So these are really rare. But that's now they're going to release them all through the shops. These prices should all come down anyway. So unlucky if you have gone out and spent like sort of 300 quid on your personal decoy and stuff. Because I don't feel that's sticking around for much longer.
No.
Not legal in Commander, apparently. But they are. If you turn up at the table and you've got one, I'll play with you. Don't you worry.
yeah,
why
crack
not?
on.
I'll be your
Yeah,
friend.
let's give it a go.
They do, like Josh used to make proxies like that, didn't he? And he'd spend time doing like the artwork for it.
Yeah, like his custom commanders and stuff.
He had the Pac-Man ghost for something, and I can't remember what it was now.
Oh,
It all made sense.
Andrew said Sliv
It was quite
Mizzet,
funny.
which is this one.
There, yeah.
So, it's a
Dragon
dragon sliver. Slivers you control have flying, and whenever you draw a card, this creature deals 1 damage to any target, and tap draw a card. Wow, that will be a bastard in sliver decks.
So they're not legal at all, but you can just buy them, aren't they? Is that what
they're
saying?
not legal for anything apart from this draft.
Yeah.
But
Oh, what's that?
they're there
That's
for
quite
fun.
cool.
We're just
Yeah.
hanging around, guys.
That's what I mean, though. It's good for if you're at an event, if you're at a convention or what have you, and you
Or your
decide to do
LGS.
or your
Yeah.
LGS, you just do a little palette cleanser in between commander games. Let's just do a mystery booster draft, have a little bit of fun. You know, it's a good little product for that, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of nonsense.
I would definitely
Yeah.
be. I like to say, I know they're expensive, but I would quite happily try and get some money together so we could do one.
Yeah, that'd be quality.
It'd be a good laugh.
Yeah. Good fun.
And then what's the last bit? Take your adventure
Right.
with you.
Does it say how much a pack is, Tom?
No, not
quickly?
here because they
No?
don't release MSRP anymore, do they? They don't.
Oh no, of course I don't. Have a
Magic.
guess then, Tom. You're good at guessing
Oh,
prices.
It
What
costs
do you
as much
reckon?
as it costs, my friends. Yeah, they're going to be like £9, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Um,
call it an even round tenner, shall
yeah,
we?
probably.
And just see.
Yeah. Well,
Add a zero probably, and then 100 quid will do
100
ya.
quid a booster, yeah. We'll get
Yeah.
there eventually.
Yeah. Anyway, that's cool, but that's why I'm here.
The journey begins now.
oh God.
So yeah, this time next week we'll have some previews. Will we?
I don't
I
think so.
think so.
D&D or Modern Horizons?
No.
No.
Next Thursday.
Modern Horizon.
I think next Thursday we get some. So it'll be a little bit early for this time next week, but
Ah, right.
Oh wow. Oh well.
yeah, and Andrew said sort of rightfully the mystery booster is also a good solution to. I'll have to click back off it. Doing like a chaos draft. It gives you like a similar sort of vibe, but without having to shell out hundreds of pounds for a pack, unless, as we just said, they do cost hundreds of pounds.
Problem not solved.
But still, it still adds more to the pool. You can still get more.
So what's going on in Arena that I don't
So yeah,
play?
Arena, Historic Anthology 5 is coming. You're going to get Old Vorinclex, Whirler Rogue, 25 more cards. Fantastic. historic shake-up. Here we come.
Is it fantastic? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't play historic.
Oh,
Get out of here.
How do I?
Strixhaven College Cup. You can represent your favourite college and win prizes. Cool. That should be quite a fun event. I imagine it's probably going to be quite cheap. It'll be just joyous, and you'll probably win lots of little stuff to make your decks look pretty.
So it's like school sports day.
Yeah.
For Magic. Yeah,
it's
very
nearly a
cool.
whole month. Also, for a month, we're going to get Jumpstart back again. So we can all have another go at Jumpstart on Arena.
It's because they fell through on getting the supply.
Yeah, but I think
Arena.
it is back in paper again now. I think everywhere's got loads of
Is
it in
it?
paper.
Ah,
Yeah. So
I'd like to see it. No, I
again-
think you have. I did see a shop on Facebook did post they had quite a few boxes, so
that's
we'll
something
let them off.
I did really want to try Jumpstart. I think it would be good
Yeah.
fun just to mash it out, but I don't really know when.
Yeah,
I think you'd need
Like,
quite a little group of you to play and stuff.
I did buy a box, but we just didn't have time to play.
Yeah. Yeah, you cracked. Yeah.
You were there that night, Tom, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think you had to go, and then we
Yeah.
quickly cracked
yeah, you
it.
cracked
But
after I went.
it was a good idea.
Yeah.
You just needed 2 packs and just wham them together, don't you? Go
Whack 'em
for it.
together. Yeah.
You'd have like dinosaur birds or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, green,
God.
blue deck, whatever.
Yeah, it's a good concept. They'll
Yeah.
probably do another one, but hopefully this time they won't have the bloody printing issues or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They had.
Yeah. And then the final thing on Arena is they're doing Mirror Mirror. I don't know where it says that on here.
We're going back to Eldraine, are we?
I think so.
Oh,
Because it's all about busted cards, so why not make it about Eldraine?
yeah.
And basically, it's a historic event where all cards are legal, but all the cards that have been banned are going to be errated. So, Oko will be playable, but it won't be Oko as we know it. So instead of it being 3 mana with 4 loyalty, +2 create a food, +1 create target artifact, whatever, it comes an elk, it might now be like 4 converted mana cost to start, only come in with 3 loyalty. The +1 might actually now just be a -1. They're going to try and fix the cards.
They're fixing cards.
Yeah. And to see...
Yeah.
Only for historic, though.
Only for
Yeah.
historic, and it is only in this event. Like, it will only happen in this one little bubble. But what happens if that bubble bursts and they just think, actually, that was a really good idea? Why don't we just make it so we can errata cards on Arena now? What happens if they print Uro and instead of saying, oh, Uro's banned, we just go, actually, he only gains you 1 life now? Does that make him fair?
Yeah.
No, let's just up a mana cost. Like a lot of other games do, don't they? A lot of games have like bug patches and stuff, and if something's a bit too strong, they just nerf it.
Like guns on COD, I
Yeah.
see all the time in gaming news.
Yeah, and I think a lot
If it's
of
too powerful,
MOBAs,
they just change it. Yeah.
MOBAs, they do a
I
lot, and they
don't
can
know.
sort of make, if a character's not getting much play and is a bit weak, they give that a bit of a stat boost.
Yeah.
So
And then the next logical step is we'll reprint the newly, changed cards in Secret Lairs
yeah,
and make millions off that. A fair Oko.
so
No thanks, I'll stick with the one that's good.
yeah. So
No jokes, he's in a deck I've just built,
this legendary event
Your
was-
creature's an elk.
basically. Who wants a food token when you can have an out for someone?
No, exactly. +1.
The gift, it's the gift that keeps on giving that +1.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, for Andrew said, sorry, back to Mystery Boosters. Mystery Boosters 2 will be out in a few years.
Yeah.
And again, it
100%.
probably
Oh,
will.
yeah.
And I think this Mystery Boosters, like that we've got the list now that comes in set boosters, I think. Again, no one knows
Yeah.
where you get any of these things anymore. But I think
People
the
are
Mystery
still
Booster,
confused. Yeah.
yeah. I think the Mystery Booster should be like the list in that it's just constantly evolving. They should be like, okay, we're going to take these cards out, put these cards in like you do with a cube, and we're just going to keep printing it. On this, then we've got print problems now, haven't we? Because we're going to end up with cards costing too cheap. I don't know how we fixed it, but I think it should be like a constant thing that just evolves and changes.
Yeah. You do, yeah, set boosters. That's the one thing about them. I'm pretty sure it is them, isn't it? You get
Yeah.
one, you may get a card from the list, and then people post on Facebook, "Oh my god, I've been ripped off. This isn't Strixhaven card." Oh my god, is it so rare because I got it in a Strixhaven? I'm a millionaire. And they're like, no, read
Nice.
the fucking pack. Yeah, dumbass.
Oh.
Yeah. But I can see if you didn't know that, why you would be a bit confused. You're like, oh, hang on. I
Yeah.
bought Cocoa Pops but got Rice Krispies. What's
Yeah.
going on? Where's the
It-
chocolate at?
It is a weird
Oh,
one.
I'd be livid if that happened.
I don't know where that came from.
But it is a very good analogy because it's
Mm.
close, but it's
It
not
is,
quite
yeah.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if, you went to the tap for a bit of water and it was wine, Hallelujah, praise the Lord. But,
Yeah.
Cocoa Pops, Rice Krispies, there's no comparison.
I'll be livid as well, to be fair.
It'd be like buying a box of Lucky Charms with no charms in it. How unlucky's that, isn't it? You'd be like, what's going on? I've just got puffed shredded wheat or whatever they call it. Sugar puffs with no
God,
charms.
they're horrible.
I don't even really eat cereals. I don't know why I've just gone on a tangent about them.
An absolute cereal tangent.
Mm.
What's Andrew saying for the last comment of the evening then?
Cereal related, is it?
Wish they'd increase the drop off. Increase the drop off the list cards or cut the chaff from the list. What does that increase the drop? So like more rotation on the list, or just get rid of rubbish stuff from the
Get
list.
the shite off it,
Just get the
basically.
rubbish out of there.
I
Yeah.
think so because it is annoying. Like I haven't opened one, but I think it would be annoying to open a list card that is just useless. You're like, oh,
Like crap, yeah.
Just
thanks.
rubbish, yeah.
If it's in like a set booster or something, you'd rather probably just have something else from
Yeah.
that set that you're buying
Yeah.
for, maybe.
Oh, the drop rate, increase the drop rate of the list cards. Yeah, so sort of like we said that either they show up all the time in the booster, so you always know at least one slot is dedicated to the list, or just get rid of all nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's the set booster is obviously just designed for the sort of crack in the pack experience. So if you know you're always going to get a list card, it might sort of drive more sales for booster packs because you know you're going to get a list card.
Yeah,
which could be some good stuff.
There's some good ones out there.
Yeah, proper awesome ones.
But 9 times out of 10, you're not getting a good one.
No, it's a bloody Kithkin warrior or something.
Yeah,
from bloody
and
Lorwyn.
then there's just more crap in rotation, like in out and about, isn't there? Then
Yeah,
more of the crap.
bloody
But that's the
hell.
way of the world in Magic, I guess.
At
tis.
the moment. Yeah.
Tis indeed.
Yeah.
And on that note, we are approaching Lord of the Rings style lengths here in podcast.
This is
What, extended edition or
This is
not?
extended.
Standard
Extended.
theatrical.
160 minutes, 170 minutes
Wow.
worth of.
Yeah.
Is it?
It just
Must be.
goes though, doesn't it? You can just
go.
chat and chat and
It
chat.
is mental. So,
Fair play to people
anything
sticking
else?
around with comments.
yeah.
That's all I can say. Cause,
No, exactly. It does.
I mean, I wanted to go 2 hours ago, to be honest. No, I'm joking. No, look forward to next week, whatever that may bring. Obviously, it might not be previews.
No,
There'll always
we'll
be
have,
something,
we'll have,
though.
we'll have something.
There'll
There's
be
always
something.
something.
There's always something.
Yeah, there's always something. But a nice little closing statement there. The journey begins now. The summer of legend is here. Gather your friends, choose your weapons,
Oh,
and pick or the actual thing is in the way. Anyway, it says tabletop experiences, in-store play, and digital adventures wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow. Flesh Reaver, you'll be reporting on your trip to any stores
yeah. So
and telling us what you've bought.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So hopefully,
That's something.
might have some product to open next week on the on live on here potentially.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to get though. What's the latest set? Strixhaven. Don't really care.
No. Just
Yep.
buy some Dragon Shields, mate.
Maybe try. Yeah, just do a Dragon Shield unboxing
Yeah,
on the.
Just get some nice sleeves. Yeah.
but that's why I
the
got
whole
Planet
podcast could just be
Legends.
me sleeving up a deck.
I could join you, mate. I've got a few that need sorting.
Yeah. Planet Legends. Yeah, it's a good shout. I could get some of that.
It's just I thought it was
What
like
do
the
they-
one that's got you the best sort of chance of getting some decent like lottery cards. Obviously, you could get the
Yeah.
the Mox, the Jeweled Lotus, I've got
Guild
like Mega
Letters,
Money
yeah.
sort of thing. But if not, like there's still quite a few cards in there that are exciting
Just-
and decent.
They're all perfectly usable for you as well, aren't they? Pretty much. I mean, there's some you wouldn't touch with, Frodo's bloody
Dildo.
Frodo's.
what the sword sting, isn't it? I was like,
Sting.
what's it called?
Yeah.
You wouldn't touch it with the Tower of Orthanc, mate. But you know what
No.
I'm saying.
Exactly.
One
Andrew
man's trash, another
saying.
man's treasure.
Andrew saying Monarch. Yes, Monarch is the new Flesh and Blood set, so I will be getting either that or the Welcome to Wraith or Arcane Rising set. I don't know which one I'm
Yeah.
going to get yet, Andrew.
So I
think
heard. Oh, yeah, go on, Aaron.
Sorry, what was I going to say?
I said I heard a whisper that you were making some decks or something for people to play with. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so I'm gonna get probably one of the starter sets, which is the Welcome to Rave or Arcane Rising set, and yeah. So basically, the way the game works is you choose a hero of the
That's right. Yeah, I sort of
of the Flesh and Blood world, and they're like a class, like a D&D class. So
Yeah.
the first set has a brute in it, it has a warrior in it,
warrior. Yeah.
and some others I can't think off the top of my head. There's loads of them.
I-
And you build a deck that's sort of tailor-made to that class.
yeah.
So if you're a warrior, you can only have warrior cards, or if you're a brute, you can only have brute cards.
Yeah, there's certain like weapons and that will say on them, won't it? Like warrior, sword, or whatever. Two-handed,
Yes.
one-handed. I sort of had a quick look because I was like, oh, what's that?
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, so I'll be getting one of the intro booster boxes next week, which will allow me to build decks for everybody to give it a go.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah, I think it's more tailored to one-on-one.
Yeah.
There isn't really the multiplayer format isn't really fleshed out yet, and it hasn't really been covered on YouTube. So I don't think it's really that good.
What kind of like game length do you know? Say you're playing a game.
Depends what format it is. You can play a smaller game called Blitz, which means your hero only starts on 20 life rather than 40.
Okay.
So yeah, different.
So you
things,
go from
different
commander
styles.
to standard. That don't sound appealing.
But it's
Yeah.
interesting
No, that's
concept
cool.
though, because your hero basically is at his strongest straight away. Whereas with
That's
magic,
right. Yeah,
with
you're
magic
kind of
you have to build up your resources.
yeah.
Whereas with this game, you start off with your helmet equipped, your armor equipped, your sword, and then your equipment gets broken over time, and your whole deck is a resource. So you don't have any like energy cards or lands. All of your cards can count towards stuff that you're playing. So you never have a dead card in hand. There's loads of good things about it.
Yeah, you equip it all first, don't you, or something?
Yeah, you choose all your equipments and armors that
At
you
the
want on your
start.
hero from the start.
And then
Yeah,
you can't change it or something. Yeah.
yeah.
I actually went and looked up some of this game somehow.
It is good, mate. It
It
really
looks
good.
cool.
So yeah, I do have a new channel on that at the moment because I just love speaking about it because it's just refreshing rather than speaking about Magic all the time. So I started that last week, so that's quite good. So I'm a traitor.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
No,
But yeah,
cool.
once we can, obviously it's looking up now, so we'll be able to get actual Commander gameplay videos done again because that's the bread and butter of past turn, really.
Is it next week as well when you can meet inside?
I think so.
Yes.
It's like 6
Yes, you can have 6
people
people,
in it?
can't you?
In your house, sort of distanced. I
Yeah.
don't know if anyone lives in England, but most of the houses are like rabbit hutches. They keep getting smaller. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go to the game store and see what they're doing with their tables. I doubt if they're playing Magic, they're not going to be distancing. So if they're not doing it, I can't be asked to do it. That's I can't bother. So
get jabbed up, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we will see with regards to what products I open next week on the probably Command Legends. It's a good idea.
You might go in there, get something you didn't even expect. You might be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. What did they have anyway, Tom? Was it just loose packs, was it, over there in Firestorm?
Yeah, they did have a lot, though. They had a lot of variety. More than I was expecting, to be honest. I thought, so I had to get a haze and I was panicked.
I was going to say, they always carried some good like stock of boosters and that, didn't they, in that store?
Yeah.
The different things, yeah.
I've got the week off, so I'm probably just going to make a trip to somewhere that's actually been on the show rather than people that have said no.
Yeah.
I'd rather support them instead.
Go and get some singles, Aaron.
Go get some singles.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andrew, if you're still watching, yes, I will open that on the other channel. But I'm probably open some magic on this channel next week as well, depending on what I decide to get. Have you got some boosters lying around, Tom, that you could open potentially
Yes.
as well? Yes.
No, not for me.
What do you say? What are you saving them for?
I don't know. I save them in the
Oh.
hope that one day I might be able to do a chaos draft, and it never happens, and I end up just opening them in some sort of fit of rage one day, and then
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. I'd love to have a secret stash of boosters that I could just open, but they will be gone in the first. That will all be gone in one day. That's the problem. If I had
That's
them,
it, innit? You might as well just crack
No.
them. Who cares?
no self-control. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much 3 hours long now. So yeah, that hasn't beaten our record of the Lands episode that we did. I don't think.
may
That
that
was a long
forever
one.
remain the best episode we've done.
May that forever remain on the audio podcast.
I recommend people go and download that quickly while they can, before the feed
Yeah.
is removed.
No, so I think it will still remain on Spotify. I think.
I don't know if it will. I don't know how our system will work once it fails. Once we go into
I don't know.
nuclear.
Once we go into hit the self-destruct button.
Yeah. Out with the old, in with the new.
But all more incentive to join all three of us live every week instead of the audio. So this is what we do best. So we'll stick to doing this for now.
And I think this works better as a video. I'm not quite sure if this works very well when we do it as an audio. I don't think people really
No.
understand
It's
what's
just
going on.
all over the place.
Shouting Lord of the Rings quotes with no visual aid.
I think, to be
That's true.
honest, most podcasts go video now, don't they? A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, it
it's
never
good.
used to be a thing, like even a few years ago. But I like a good video.
Yeah, definitely suits us better. I think because we're flashing up stuff, talking about arts and and all sorts of garbage.
If people are doing actions, they might not be able to see what they are. If you're
Exactly.
listening in a car or something.
Yeah.
And we don't want to turn into like police detectives and have to explain that we just did a thumbs up because, benefit for the tape, he just did a thumbs up if you're listening and can't see that. Like, we'd be here all
Absolute
night.
Running commentary as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. But yeah, until next week, we'll see what happens next week. But thanks for all that tuned in and commented and left their sort of opinions on the counter spells and that. That's
Yep.
good.
Tonight, for 1 week only, I've been Akum Boulderfoot.
I've been Flesh Beater, Reaver, sorry.
We all know what Aaron's going to do now.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Just end it.
my almighty joke's so funny. I don't know. I've been keeper of the
brilliant.
accord, folks. I'm not going to say anything rude and vile. See you next week.
Brilliant. See you later.
How the hell do I
TTFN.
turn this off? And Andrew, on that note, good